Tonight's game is produced by the IH Sports Network. No part of the audio or video from tonight's game may be redistributed or retransmitted without the express written consent of the IH Sports Network and Liberty Press Incorporated. The IH Sports Network's first commitment is to the student athletes of our community, their families, and their coaches. Find us online at ihsports.net.
The Baby J's Pizza pregame show will begin in 4 minutes. Tonight's broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. Stand by for the Baby J's Pizza pregame show in 2 minutes. We will begin in 60 seconds. We will begin in 30 seconds. We will begin in 15 seconds.
High school football is on the air. The Oneida Indians, the Scott Highlanders, with Tim Smith, Rick Keaton, and their entire broadcast teams. This is Tennessee's most complete high school football coverage.
Sponsored by United Cumberland Bank, Scenic Foods, El Rey, Ray's Axe, South Fork Physical Therapy, Lumber King, Big South Fork Medical Center, The Stand Coalition, Mark's Family Pharmacy, T&T Car Wash, and by First National Bank.
Produced by the IH Sports Network, Friday Night Football begins now.
And Carter went out and they found a game with Coalfield that proved to be a pretty good challenge for him last year. So we did not play, even though we were scheduled to last year. 52nd season of Highlander football coming your way. We started in 1971. I want to introduce the Highlander crew on hand tonight. Woody Keaton, he does our stats and analysis at halftime. End of the game, H.L. Keaton got our color throughout the coverage of the game, and he also visited with Coach Harris prior to the start of the third quarter. And Ben Garrett, he's our director producer, our off-site game coordinator, Greg Bond, and myself, Rick Keaton. I've got your play-by-play tonight as the Highlanders take on the Carter Hornets. The Highlanders coached by Chris Harris in his first season at the helm of the Highlander football program. We had a sluggish offensive game last week. We just couldn't connect on passes, completing only 5 of 23 pass attempts, and we still struggled to make tackles last week, areas that we've got to clean up this week. There's a lot of pressure on the Scott defense. Carter wants to work the pass game. We've seen the Highlanders have trouble with that through our first 3 games, and if I could sum up our offense real quickly, our offense needs to be consistent, sustain offensive drives, punch the ball into the end zone, no turnovers. Receivers can help that by getting yards after the catch. And which unit for the Highlanders steps up big tonight? Will it be the offense? Will it be the defense? For the Carter Hornets, our region opponent, we both play in Region 2 4A ball. The Hornets are coached by Justin Presley. Their record so far is 1 win against 3 losses. Last week, they had their first win of the season, that over Walker Valley, 14-3. Their losses have been to Webb, Sevier County, and in a region game to Gibbs. The final score there was Gibbs defeating Carter 42-26. They like to pass the ball first. The strengths are the team speed, and depending upon what you look out there and see, you can see multiple wideouts, 2, 3, 4 wideouts, maybe even 5 on the field for Carter. It just depends on how they spread it out. You're able to follow the Highlander broadcast tonight on the IH Sports Network. That's ihsports.net. You can follow us on our Facebook and YouTube channels, also on WBNT FM and on Oneida Cable and Video. Also, when we're at home, the NFHS network. We're not at home tonight, so you cannot follow us on the NFHS. Carter, last year they finished with a 6-5 overall record. They lost in the first round to Elizabethton 47-14. They have a couple of leading players in terms of East Tennessee. Their quarterback, Wilson, he has over 1,100 passing yards so far and 8 touchdowns. Their leading receiver is Harper. He has 544 reception yards. That's first in the East Tennessee area, and including 4 touchdowns in that. So we look forward to a tremendous matchup tonight between our Highlanders and the Carter Hornets. We'll step aside. We'll take this break. When we come back, we've got our Roark's Pharmacy Scouting Report. More when we continue with the Baby J's Pizza pregame show.
Bill Armstrong with the Big South Fork Air Park. 15 years now we've been in Scott County, and a customer of First National Bank 15 years. It's important to us to use a community bank. First National Bank has always been our bank. They're large enough to service any needs you have, but there's a sense of community here. It's nice doing business with people that you know. they know your name. So that's why we use First National Bank.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Keith Markham from Markham's Furniture and Appliances.
I'd like to invite you to come shop with us at Markham's Furniture and Appliance. Been in business since 1949, locally owned, family owned. We offer the largest selection of furniture and appliances in Scott County. We offer the same-day delivery. Financing is available with a finance company. If you don't see what you like, we're always glad to special order it. Appliances we can normally have within a week. Furniture normally would take about 4 to 5 weeks if we special order it. Thank you.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott High Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Coming up in our pregame, we've got Woody's Trivia and Facts. That'll be coming up a little bit later. After the game, we've got our play of the game that if one stands out, we may not have a play of the game tonight. We've got our player of the game sponsored by First National Bank. First National Bank also our first down sponsor. And Trophy Masters and Tony Duncan, they sponsor our lineman of the game. You can get all your school gear at Trophy Masters. Now, we want to swing it over to the other side of the table right here for our ROARC's Pharmacy Scouting Report. ROARC's, shaped by the unique community we serve. H, we'll start with the injury report and your scouting report.
Injury report is sort of big this week. Michael Bond, the freshman that's been filling his running back since poor little old Will Young has been out with his knee. Well, he broke his leg, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday this week. So he's out. Will Young is still out. He's had an MRI. Don't get the results until next Wednesday, I think. Alton Whaley has got a really sore knee. He's sort of been plagued by that for the last month. He's playing. Will Russ got those bruised ribs been bothering him. He's playing.
And certain linemen with bruises and beats and bangs.
Yeah, it's most of that's like maybe a stubbed up fingers and things like that. We'll kind of get in that, and if something happens because of it, maybe. And our Highlanders, quite simply, they play that multi-pro style offense. We may see 2-by-2s tonight. We may see trips on one side. We may run out of trips. We may run into trips. May have a 2 tight end package. We'll see H-back a lot. We may see 1 back there. We may see 2 backs in the backfield. We're going to run a lot of powers, and we're going to run both inside-outside read options. Tonight we may see an actual quick pitch, one lineman pulling out in front of it. We're going to see a lot of counter motions tonight, and we're going to see jet motion, and out of it, it may just be the motion. We may see some handoffs into the jet sweep. We may see some pitches, and it may carry on out in towards the flat and end up being a swing pass. And along with that, we're going to throw a lot of screens, I think, tonight, some slants, some little quick outs. We're going to see probably some post corner, not necessarily deep ones. It could be anywhere. And we may see a fly or two if they get the backs walked up on them. Defensively, we're going to be in our 3-4. It may walk up one of the linebackers where it'll be a 40 look on occasion. We're going to play a lot of cover 2 and cover 3 tonight. If we play man, that means we got a lot of linebackers heading towards quarterback. Carter tonight, they kind of deceptive watching them on film. They play a 5-2. You may think a 3 front, but it's basically a 5-2. They got a quick line. Even though they got some size, they'll play mostly a cover 3 tonight. They also run a pro gun type offense. The quarterback, he throws really well, as you just alluded to, Rick, but he runs that ball a lot. They'll run a true quarterback power. They'll run the zone reads. We'll see some quick pitches, and we're going to see jet action from them too. They'll run a lot of play action tonight, and they run a lot of the RPO, run pass option offense. We'll have to kind of keep our eyes peeled for some linemen sneaking downfield on that. If we see it, it don't matter if guys in the striped shirts don't see it. They'll run also some crossing routes. They'll run a lot of hash hooks. They'll run some short and intermediate pass routes, and the quarterback just picks out who's open. They like to throw deep, and I wrote down number 3, but tonight Caleb Harper is wearing number 6 in his green jersey.
Right.
And he's also their punter. So if you're trying to set up a good return and you pull your lineman away from the line quick, I mean, he's fast. He's the fastest player we've seen in several years. And before you can bat your eyes, he's done picked up 25 yards.
Well, all right, H, thanks for that scouting report, that update. We'll step aside for this break. When we come back on our Baby J's Pizza pregame report, we're going to swing it over to Woody for his trivia and facts. We'll do that when we return to Carter High School after these messages.
Keith Markham from Markham's Furniture and Appliances.
I'd like to invite you to come shop with us at Markham's Furniture and Appliance. Been in business since 1949, locally owned, family owned. We offer the largest selection of furniture and appliances in Scott County. We offer the same-day delivery. Financing is available with a finance company. If you don't see what you like, we're always glad to special order it. Appliances we can normally have within a week. Furniture normally would take about 4 to 5 weeks if we special order it. Thank you.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs. To show how scary that is, we made metal monsters. With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled. And music that would have made your heart race. But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail sleep.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
At Big South Fork Medical Center, our dedicated team of medical professionals are available 24/7 should you or your family need high-quality care. We have an emergency room, inpatient unit, and a range of outpatient services. Big South Fork Medical Center, your local hospital where we're small enough to care, but large enough to heal. For more information on what we have to offer, you can visit our website, www.bsfmedical.com.
Welcome back to our Baby J's Pizza pregame show. Before I swing it to Woody, I'm going to throw this trivia out. The last time I believe that we played Carter in football was in 1999. Well, what's different? Brand new turf field was put in a few years ago here at Carter. New bleachers on both sides, a new press box. I mean, new lights. It's just all right here at Carter. So that's how much has changed.
Let me jump in real quick. You know, I've talked about different venues in the past. It wouldn't take long before this would become one of my favorite venues because it's not in the city, but it's not that far out in the country. And it's just a great facility, and the people have been real friendly to us so far.
And we're so close to the football field.
Yeah, we are.
Makes it real nice.
Nice press box, yeah.
Okay. Woody, I think in your trivia, you have a 2 or 3 part trivia question or fact for us tonight.
Yeah. First one is we want to know the first game that Highlanders ever played was one of them. And I want to know.
You want to know the opponent in that game?
Right.
Okay.
And then the second one is the first win that the Highlanders ever had. And the third one, extra point. This is kicked extra point, not run extra point. Because back in the days, That's about all we run. But I want to know the name of the person that kicked the first extra point in Sky High history.
You've got three good parts, A, B, and C,
Yeah,
to
boy.
your trivia tonight, Woody.
Yeah,
and
it's-
somewhere, I think, probably halftime, don't let me forget, and we'll give you the answers to those trivia points.
And I try to go as we go. I try to get some more middle on to the end of it, but this is
I
this
just thought of
is
something.
this is early.
Right.
So
I got a pick six in one of those parts.
Yeah, he didn't ask that trivia question there like that. All right, thanks, Woody. Let's take this break. When we come back after these messages from tonight's sponsors, we'll have the introduction of the starting lineups, offensive lineups for each team, and the Highlander coaches. We'll get to that next on our Baby J's Pizza pregame show.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools? We got it. Paint and cleaning supplies? We got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care? We got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
Bill Armstrong with the Big South Fork Air Park. 15 years now we've been in Scott County, and a customer of First National Bank 15 years. It's important to us to use a community bank. First National Bank has always been our bank. They're large enough to service any needs you have, but there's a sense of community here. It's nice doing business with people that you know, and they know your name. So that's why we use First National Bank.
First National to me it's a core memory growing up, and it is something that's always been a part of my life.
We renovated this building and opened this business. We were looking to source as much as we could locally, and what is more local than First National Bank of Oneida? First National Bank is very involved with a lot of the local community events and supporting of businesses. We've seen them involved with the fair and the sports locally and other things that I think is just indicative of the local community being supported by the local bank.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Bill Armstrong with the Big South Fork Air Park. 15 years now we've been in Scott County, and a customer of First National Bank 15 years. It's important to us to use a community bank. First National Bank has always been our bank. They're large enough to service any needs you have, but there's a sense of community here. It's nice doing business with people that you know, and they know your name. So that's why we use First National Bank.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Welcome back to our Baby J's Pizza pregame show. Carter Band performing their pregame as they get ready to welcome the Hornets onto the field. Let's look at the starting offensive lineups for both teams. We start with Carter first. Up front, along the line, number 56, Bryson Ricker. Number 62, Jake Coffey. Number 60 is Bo Sharp. Number 50 is John Hoss. And number 65 is Judd Taylor. Tied in is number 15, Jackson Steele. The wide receivers, number 6, Caleb Harper. Number 1 is Brody Blankenship. The quarters, number 11, Chandler Wilson. The running backs, number 5, Spencer Russell. And number 28, Isaiah Webb. That's the starting lineup for Coach Justin Presley and the Carter Hornets. Now for our Highlanders, we'll get our starting 11, at least who I think is going to start tonight. Up front on the offensive line, number 71 is Clayton Carroll. Number 75 is Jace Cloward. Number 53 is Gavin Terry. He'll be the center. Number 64, Hayden Mason. And number 77, Aiden Stanley. If we have a tight end, it's going to be number 20, Colton Newport. As far as receivers go, number 9, Rylan Griffin. Number 3, Jaden Mays. Number 4, Hugo Henry. And number 21, Dawson Spradlin. And maybe we might even see number 17, Luke Boland, as a receiver tonight.
Yeah,
the the quarterback for the Highlanders is number 6, Brady Strunk, one of our seniors. The running back primarily tonight is destined to be number 10, Alton Whaley. And then followed up with Tommy Fitzgerald. You didn't mention it, but Tommy Fitzgerald is suspended for the first half tonight, so we'll not see him to the third quarter. The punter for the Highlanders, 35, Ethan Anderson. Number 4 is Hugo Henry. He is our place kicker and handles the kickoff duty. So that's a look at the Highlander starting lineup tonight offensively. For the Highlanders, our coaches, head coach, of course, is Chris Harris in his first season. He is also his offensive coordinator and play caller. Defensive coordinator is Charles Golden Jr. Other coaches are Billy Hall II, John Fletcher, Jake Wright, Bill Hall, and Jeff Buttram. Our hydration specialist, Taylor Mason, Caitlin Norris. Special assistant to Coach Harris is John Hayden Strunk. Up on top of the press box tonight, we've got the coaches John Fletcher and Bill Hall. And we're just waiting on the Carter team to take the field, and we're just moments away from the time to start this game off between our Highlanders and the Carter Hornets. Region game on the road for the Highlanders at Carter High School.
Something about those green-on-green outfits makes them look really big. You notice that?
Yeah. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll recap the first half scoring. Woody's got our first half statistics. Ben will have halftime scores from around the area. Also, upcoming events on the IHSN network next week. And, of course, we know that we've got football next Friday night. We also know that we've got the IHSN Roundtable on Monday night from El Rey's. And then HL will interview Coach Harris prior to the start of the third quarter. We've got that coming up at halftime.
Hey, if you talk about next week, don't forget that's going to be homecoming week there.
Well, it will be homecoming.
On the farm, on the farm.
It will be homecoming. We'll talk about that a little bit probably at halftime. That will be Pigeon Forge. Game time 7:30. I know we confuse you. 7 o'clock tonight, 7:30 next week, 7 o'clock the following week. I mean,
I'll be there. Whatever time they kick off, I'll be there.
As the Highlanders, it's Pigeon Forge next week at home, then Gibbs the following week, which is on September 30th. That Gibbs game will be played at Knox Central High School, just off of Broadway in downtown Knoxville. So, I mean, it's not real downtown, but it'll be in closer downtown. And Carter is out on the fringes east in Knox County.
And we pretty well picked off the fringes down at South Doyle and back over here. And
that's right. And Gibbs, if they were playing at home, we'd be. This is east. Gibbs would be northeast. I mean, so
yeah, and we went south to Doyle down there. So yeah.
The Highlanders tonight will be wearing their red jerseys with the red numerals, red pants, and of course white helmets. You mentioned Carter, all in green jerseys, green pants. The numerals are in white. The helmets are in white. Carter's bench, the home side of the field, right below our IHSN network camera, and the visitors across the way on the far sideline. So we've got quite a contrasting color. So
yeah,
you wouldn't be able to walk in on Monday reviewing film and say, "Hey, coach,
who was that?"
Yeah, you know. But it's a pleasure bringing you Highlander football again this week on IHSN. A reminder to you that the roundtable begins at 6 o'clock on the IH Sports Network, which again you follow on YouTube or Facebook Live. So you can follow us on Monday night from El Rey Azteca in Oneida and come out to El Rey's. You can take your dinner out there and listen to the broadcast. We've got some speakers set up there so you can listen to the broadcast. The roundtable on Monday night. We'll have another legendary performer on Monday night. Coming out center field for the Highlanders will be Landon Crabtree, number 55, and number 53 is Gavin Terry. They are a pair of seniors, and they represent the Highlanders for the opening coin toss tonight. Don't forget our sponsors. I think we've got maybe 14 sponsors up on our board, so don't forget our sponsors for both the Oneida Indians and Scott Highlanders, bringing you football coverage this season. And when possible, we ask that you go by and tell the sponsors that you watched or listened to our broadcast and show them the appreciation that we across the county have for our sponsors, bringing you Friday night high school football.
Okay, I just saw the toss of the way of the refs' actions. I first thought we won. Now I think they won. We won. They declined. All right.
It'll be Carter receiving. They'll be moving right to left as you watch your video screen tonight, whether it be television, whether it be tablet, whether it be computer, whether it be your smartphone, and the Highlanders the other way, moving left to right, which I think is north to south here at Carter.
Yeah.
By where the sun set.
Yeah, it's east, straight ahead east. Okay, I don't know. They worked on everything this week, but they will not be kicking that ball deep to Caleb Harper if they can help it at all. And he's going to be deep on the right side as our kicker looks at it.
No, Harper's not out there on the return.
Okay, he's not.
You've got Spencer Russell, number 5, and you've got number 13. That's Hassan Al-Satani.
That's 6 right there.
Oh, well, they dropped 3 back.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Caleb Harper, number 6, standing on the near side of the field.
You questioned my football stuff.
I couldn't see him. He was behind the wall right there. But how many times can you see 3 deep returners go back?
Well, it's been a while. They worked on it all week. We could see a pooch right here trying to hit that deep area at about the 25. Could be a squib down the middle, but don't kick it.
Here we go with Henry. Pooch. He pooches it over to the left side, taking it at the 29-yard line, finding some running room out to about the Carter 40-yard line.
40 yards.
That's where they'll have the first offensive possession to start the game. Their 40-yard line. Quarterback is number 11. That is Chandler Wilson.
Now, they're a very fast-paced team. They don't
like
huddle.
to run plays quickly.
They don't like to huddle very often. And
Highlanders will open in a 3-4, 2 corners, 2 safeties.
1 running back, 2 by 2.
That's Isaiah Webb in the backfield. Referee signals to put the ball in play. Wilson sends the back in motion. Now he's the slot receiver on the left. Wilson looking to throw the ball. Quick pass comes outside.
Yeah, good coverage.
Nice coverage. Jaden Mays on the tackle for the Highlanders. That'll pick up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Carter Hornets. We're just underway from Strawberry Plains, Carter
They're
High
on the
School.
ball.
Here comes the Highlander defense out. Wilson fakes a handoff, throws a screen out on the right side, has a good block on the edge, but
good job.
I'm telling you what,
Good
somebody
job.
on the corner over there done a great job. That's Landon Griffith, number 2.
Landon Griffith
held up
does
his
a good
block
job.
and made first contact with the receiver out to the 45-yard line, 3rd down 5. This time 2 by 2, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Wilson shotgun,
a little
looking
deeper.
to the right side, the pass complete to the diving receiver there. That'll be Brody Blankenship. A first down for the Carter Hornets in Highlander territory, now the Highlander 48-yard line.
They're on an extra quick pace.
They do trips left, 1 receiver right.
Screen.
Swing out of the backfield to the ball carrier. He wrestles inside the 40 down to the Highlander 30. They'll mark the 36-yard line. That'll be enough. 12-yard gain on that. That'll be enough for the second first down in a row by Carter.
That back out in a swing spot. You got the 2 guys. It's essentially a screen. Got good yardage on that.
Russell, a little toss pitch to the right side, cuts back against the grain. It takes 4 white shirts to bring him down inside the 30 to the Highlander 28-yard line. That will be a gain of about 8.
First actual run play they've called.
Second down for Carter. A little over 10 minutes remaining in the first quarter. No score by either team. Trips left. Little quick pass side on a bubble screen. Caught by Will Russ and forced backwards by Clayton Carroll. And the last guy for the Highlanders getting up off the field would help. I think that is
that's
Zane Lau.
That's Zane, yeah. I just noticed Big Jace got there quick.
A gain of 1, 3rd and 1 for Carter. They'll go 2 receivers right, 1 left. They keep 2 backs in the backfield on either side of Wilson, the quarterback.
Little blitz
this time
off
he
the
wants
corner.
to throw the ball. The receiver caught it underneath the linebackers, running room up the right side, and finally caught and pulled out of bounds by Ryland Griffith over there maybe. No, it'd be Landon Griffith to make the tackle, but it's a first down for Carter. Takes the ball down to the 5-yard line where it's 1st and goal for the Carter Hornets on this first possession. Now the Highlanders trying to get sub into the game and do. Wilson will be in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers left, 2 right. Wilson, high snap, pulls it down, needs help. Pulls down the ball, wants to carry
good
himself,
runner.
eluded the Highlander, steps into the end zone as Chandler Wilson picks up the touchdown carry.
9:20 to go in the first quarter of the ball game. Moved the ball down pretty quick. Got down into a good position. Number 20, I'll get that for you. That is Gavin Thomas. Spotted the ball. The kick is up.
And over the top of the concession area, that is good. And the Carter Hornets on their first possession. They take the ball down the field, and the extra point will give them a 7-0 lead over the Highlanders. We'll step aside for this break, and we'll be back with the Carter kick after this message.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it. And daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razak's on US Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razak's. Country cooking and great steaks.
Welcome back to Carter High School. The Hornets, the home team, on the board first, and now they'll be kicking off to the Highlanders. Thomas is a left-footed kicker.
Yeah, and he also does a lot of squibbing.
This little pooch kick is going to be fielded on a fair catch by the Highlanders at about the 42-yard line. That was number
Gage Myers.
on the return. Yes, Gage Myers. So both teams on the respective first possessions of the game have had good starting field position.
Nobody is looking for a big return against them.
Highlanders led on the field by quarterback Brady Strunk, wears number 6.
I'm almost.
He's got twins left and one receiver on the right. I'm sorry, trips left. Little bubble screen outside. Ryland Griffin has a player to beat. Cannot do that. That ended up being a loss back to our 39-yard line, a loss of three.
Yeah.
Second down, 13 for the Highlanders.
Maybe we'll see a running play this time.
We were a little slow getting the ball outside to Griffin that time. We'll have to improve on that. Let's see what Coach Harris calls for the Highlanders on this, our second down play. Again, we'll go two receivers to the left. Actually, inside slot would be three. We go to the little power I formation out of the pistol, and Coach Harris takes a timeout. We'll join the teams during this break. Our score as we go to break is Carter 7, our Highlanders 0. We'll be back for the Highlanders second down play after this message.
First National to me it's a core memory growing up, and it is something that's always been a part of my life.
We renovated this building and opened this business. We were looking to source as much as we could locally, and what is more local than First National Bank of Oneida? First National Bank is very involved with a lot of the local community events and supporting of businesses. We've seen them involved with the fair and the sports locally and other things that I think is just indicative of the local community being supported by the local bank.
Highlanders come back to the line of scrimmage after the timeout. We've got two backs in the backfield. This is sort of a pistol power eye look.
That's 5.
With a cadence, and it draws Carter offsides. That again is 5 yards back. Nope. They're going to call that
against us. Whoa, I'm
moving
sorry.
penalty against us. So
I'm sorry, we must have flinched somewhere there.
Well, I would have still said it was
I
on
didn't
the
see
defense.
it. 55, Woody says. Okay. He didn't mean to. How's that?
To the line of scrimmage. Second down and about 18 yards to go for the Highlanders. Strunk from the shotgun. Hands it off. Bouncing outside, trying to Eswaley, and he's going to be caught. We'll get back to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 1. It will bring up third down and I believe 17 to go for the Highlanders.
Both tight ends are leaving the field, so we're going to spread out with a lot of wide receivers.
In the backfield will be Alton Whaley wearing number 10. We have trips coming to the right side. That's the wide side toward the Carter sideline, and one receiver left. Now in motion through the backfield. That's Griffin. He reverses, goes back out on the left. A screen out to him. And we couldn't get the block out front, and Griffin taken back, down back at the 30-yard line. A loss for the Highlanders of 5 more yards, so it brings up 4th and long Highlanders. Back at our 31-yard line, Ethan Anderson trots out onto the field to punt the ball away Highlanders. Deep, I think, is Russell, number 5. Can't see if it's 5 or 6 on his jersey. But Anderson to punt the ball. Looks like Carter's going to bring some pressure off the edge. They do. The
Good
punt away.
Good punt.
Nice end-over-end punt. It's going to be fielded at the 35-yard line. They have a wall over on the right side, looking for running room, and then tripped up. That was actually number 6, Caleb Harper, on the return that time into Highlander territory. Down looks like the Highlander 38-yard line, where to be 1st and 10 for the Carter Hornets. Quarterback again is number 11, Chandler Wilson. He's got 2 backs in the backfield with him, a receiver each side. Actually, it's twins to the right. I may have just said single receivers, twins to the right. Harper wants to throw the ball. Looks for a goal pattern up deep on the left side. The catch is that. Touchdown. That is Caleb Harper behind the defense. He scores from 38 yards on the pass.
You know, that's about the only deep ball they throw. They throw the fly out to Harper. But anyway, 6:57 to go in the first quarter. They get on the board again, lead 13-0. Number 20, we said his name, Gavin Thomas, is spotting his tee for the point after kick. Ball's down, kicks up.
And good. with that, the Carter Hornets now have a 14-0 lead over the Highlanders. We'll take this break. We'll come back with the Carter kick.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs. To show how scary that is, we made metal monsters. With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled. And music that would have made your heart race. But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail slate.
Welcome back to Highlander football, and one play, 38 yards, and it's a touchdown for Carter. They tack on the extra point, and they are lining up to kick the ball off to our Highlanders. Carter 14, Highlanders 0, 6:57 to go in the first quarter.
Look for another pooch again.
Thomas this time lines up on the right side. He must be an ambidextrous kicker. Kicks this one deep up the left side. It's going to be fielded by Mays. Looks for running room. Tries to across the field. No chance against that Carter speed as he's buffaloed down at about our 23-yard line.
And the same speed is what really stymied our offense a while ago. If you're going to block somebody out there, you've got to get to them and hit them. You can't let them run by you.
As the Highlanders break the huddle, Jaden May splits to the left. Our two receivers, Hugo Henry and Griffin, lines up on the right side. Now moving as an H-back to the right was Newport. The handoff, cutting back against the grain, and nice carry that time. Outside by Alton Whaley. Whaley
first down, moving the sticks.
Picks up a first down. That is the first down for the Highlanders, and also a First National Bank first down. It's 1st and 10 Highlanders with the ball at our own 33-yard line. Again, we'll go two receivers to the left short side of the field. That's Henry and Griffin. One receiver to the left, an H-back. And that moves from the right to the left side. That's Colton Newport. And Brady
that should be 5 for us.
We wait last time they call that against us. Now it is an offside neutral zone violation called against Carter. It will still be first down, but now 1st and 5 for the Highlanders at our own 38-yard line. We worked a lot of that. We worked a lot on practice yesterday on that, trying to draw the other team
on the second sound. The first time, I think it got one of our guys to move. That time, they knew it was coming, got the defense.
Again, two receivers to the right. That's the short side of the field as the ball is on our near hash. Mays the receiver to the left.
52 look.
And Strunk was going to keep it. He faked the handoff inside to Whaley, and he was hit 3 or 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle, Nick Corunt for Carter, number 7. A loss of 4. 2nd down, 9 Highlanders. 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Carter up by 2 touchdown scores. We bring that fourth wide receiver onto the field.
Well, I mentioned that front of theirs was really quick. It's anchored by a big guy on the nose.
Twins each side. Here's the handoff. That's Whaley looking for running room to drag a good Carter Hornet play with him out to the 40-yard line. That brings up 3rd and at least manageable right now. 3rd and a long 3 Highlanders. We've got to get the ball over our 43-yard line.
And it seems like where the offensive line's been more or less blocking straight ahead, not doing the angle block, they've been able to shove them back just enough. Alton's been able to get some kind of tough yardage.
Whaley lines up on the left of Strunk. Now we have a back through the motion. It gives us 3 wides to the right. Brady wants to throw the ball. Here comes the pressure, and it's thrown outside.
That was a hurry-up throw.
Yeah, hurry it up. We had a receiver that broke in, one that was 5 yards further down the field, so it brings up 4th down. And we see Anderson trot onto the field. and the Highlanders will punt on our second possession. Clock is stopped with 4 minutes 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This is Newport stepping in to snap the ball deep to Anderson. Snap.
Oh.
Hope has to pull it down and run with it.
Run, big
He's
man,
going to
run,
have
big
a
man.
first down as Ethan Anderson.
Yeah.
When the snap was a little low, he looked up and the green shirt was in his face, and he decided to pull it down and run with it. That is a First National Bank and Highlander first down on that fake punt by Ethan Anderson. Well, it's probably not a fake punt as much as it was a scramble.
Just good thinking. Good thinking by Ethan.
Highlander offense back out on the field. Across the front it's, well, I'll set it after this play. We've got two receivers each side. Strunk now sends Griffin in motion. Little toss pitch to him in the backfield, has a block on the edge and picks up a couple of yards. Up front on the line of scrimmage, Clayton Carroll, number 71, the left tackle. Chase Cole, 75, the left guard. The center's 53, Gavin Turrig. The right guard is Hayden Mason, number 64, and the right tackle is number 77, Adrian Stanley.
Okay, that little pitch made it a pass, right?
Yes.
Gets a little passing yardage there, Woody. What about that?
Well, Woody may have said 2 yards on it. I'm not sure. But
well, they moved it a little bit, so 1.5 yards. It's
in motion through the backfield. That's Henry from left to right. The handoff that time, Whaley tries to cut and
good job,
falling
big man.
forward, finally taken down at midfield. That's a gain of 3. It brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Highlanders. 3rd and 7 right at midfield, the 50-yard line. We go trips right, inside out. For the Highlanders, it's Henry, Griffin, and Dawson Spradlin.
Man coverage.
Brady rolls the pocket to the right side, wants to throw the ball deep, threw it over the top of Griffin.
He didn't have a good grip or something. That ball left his hand funny and wobbled at least beyond the receiver.
It's what they say in official parlance. The nose stayed up.
Yeah.
Now, Ethan Anderson will come back out to punt, this time from midfield. We have a chance if we can keep the ball away from the returner back there, Harper. We have a chance to actually pin Carter back. Waiting on the snap. Nice snap. Anderson
get it high.
Gets it
Ethan.
away. High punt, sails to the left. It's going to hit and bounce straight to the Highlander cheerleaders at about the 22 or 23-yard line. We'll wait on the officials to spot it.
We say, but the guy over there is putting that thing out there. Where is he putting it?
He's going to put it at about the
26.
I think we lost 3 or 4 yards in that exchange. Well, now
they're backing it back up.
I think the referee steps in a little bit. They don't know where to put it at. Coach Harris is out there talking to the side official.
First and 10, Green Hornets.
Carter from there, we don't know where.
Officials timeout.
Well, Coach Harris won. Coach Harris won the argument. They take it back to the 20-yard line. And that's closer to where the ball went out of bounds, I believe. First and 10 for the Hornets. They've got trips out on the left side. That's wide side of the field, closest to their sideline. Harper, the quarterback from the shotgun, he has one back in the backfield. In motion, the outside receiver moves to the inside slot.
He was moving forward.
Long toss
throw.
up the field. They try to get it outside, and the ball is overthrown to Spencer Russell.
There's one thing about when 6 is in our Harper, they throw the deep ball to him almost exclusively.
Second down for Carter. 2 minutes 44 seconds left in the first quarter of play. They'll go twins left, twins right. A snap. Little toss pitch to the left. Has some running room. Bounces outside. Caught from behind and ridden down to Anderson.
Ethan Anderson, yeah.
At the 32-yard line. First down for Carter.
is good for a rest ball scored. First down, Hornets.
Again, twins each side.
Again,
Little toss
the
pitch
pitch.
again, coming to the left side. We
Oh.
don't seal the edge, breaking the tackle and running room across midfield. And the Highlanders finally make the tackle at our own 48-yard line. That might be Nolan Cotton on the tackle.
Isaiah Webb. Tackled by Cotton. The game is good for a Rusty Wallace scored. First down, Hornets.
Another running back that comes into the game, that's Al Satani, wearing number 13. Wilson backs to the shotgun. Al Satani to his left. They stack receivers on each side. A little shovel pass in the middle to Al Satani. Satani with running room, breaks outside, ran over our safety and picks up another couple of yards before he's caught and taken down from behind at the Highlander 27-yard line.
That first of the play by Mays.
Little bit of just a draw play with a little forward shovel to it.
2 minutes left in the first quarter. Carter will have trips to the left, one receiver wide right. That is Harper all alone. He looks for Harper, throws a little go to Harper up the sideline, has a reception, tries to dive to the goal line, and the officials want to spot him at the 1-yard line. And they just, you know, you watch a lot more practice than I did, but I'm going to tell you, the coaches told our players that was coming and coming and coming.
Yeah, and really it wasn't that bad of coverage on it. That was just a super well thrown ball. You hear our guy, the coaches talk about it. They put this quarterback up against the AC quarterback. Who's the other guy? We get it in a minute here.
Wilson from the shotgun, a little toss
Going to the
left
right,
and
he's
diving
in.
into the end zone. That'll be Isaiah Webb from 1 yard out.
Running to the right 1 yard, gets into the end zone. There's a minute, and the clock's still running. It was at 1:08, but the clock is still going, so I'm not sure where they'll. Oh, well. Anyway, once again, we've got Gavin Thomas in there for the point after attempt. There's a snap, ball's down.
Kick is good, and it's a 21-0 lead.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs. To show how scary that is, we made metal monsters. With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled. And music that would have made your heart race. But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail slate.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday, or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Action, Highlanders on a third down play, and flag been thrown from the side judge across the way. They call that procedure on the Highlanders. That will cost us 5. It will still be third down, but it's now going to be 3rd and 10 Highlanders from our own 30-yard line. This will be the first play of the second quarter. The Carter Hornets, they ended the first quarter with a 21-0 lead over the Highlanders. Did this change the play from Coach Harris? We'll wait and see. Strunk, the quarterback, wants to throw the ball. Here's an all-out 8-player rush.
Oh,
Lobbing
yeah.
the ball over the top and just out of the outstretched reach of Colton Newport.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, Brady Strunk.
Well thrown ball.
That's a good read by him.
Well thrown ball was pretty much a lot of duress.
Flag somewhere.
I was probably wrong a while ago when I said it was third down. The down marker says 3, so is there a flag on the field someplace?
Must be where we can't see it here. I think so.
We watch the white hat.
And it's going to be against
us because he talked to the Carter coach.
And eligible receiver.
Downfield.
Got a lineman downfield.
And Carter will decline it. That brings up 4th down, 4th and 10. And the punt unit for the Highlanders will trot to the field, led by Anderson.
It's 4th down.
Anderson will wait on the snap to punt the ball back to Carter. High snap, goes over his head, has to go back to the 10-yard line, pick it up, falls on it there. And looks like the Hornets will take over at the Highlanders 6-yard line.
Covered at the 7-yard line.
1st and 10 Hornets.
They back it up. From the 7-yard line, it's 1st and goal for the Carter Hornets.
And the bad snap, Colton's had a little trouble. He had his fingers jammed up really bad at the first of the week. Maybe not healed exactly yet.
This is Wilson. Wilson looking into the end zone, pulls the ball down, wants to run with it. And
good stop, Will Rush.
Tackle by, that's Luke Boland, number 17.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Boland makes the tackle at the 5-yard line. It's 2nd down and 5 to go for the Carter Hornets. From the Highlander 5. Hornets will send 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They've got a running back to the left of Wilson. Wilson with the snap.
Another shuttle
pass.
pass.
Coming to the left, looking for running room, and into the end zone for the touchdown will be Brody Blankenship. I don't think that one was a shuffle pass forward.
That was behind him, I think.
A 5-yard touchdown run. By Brody Blankenship, and the Carter Hornets on the board again. They're threatening to make this a 28-0 lead with 11 minutes plus left in the first half. This kick is up and it's through the uprights. That one is good. Carter does extend their lead. It's Carter 28, Highlander 0. We'll step aside for this break. when we come back. Once again, Carter kicking off to the Highlanders.
Bill Armstrong with the Big South Fork Air Park. 15 years now we've been in Scott County, and a customer of First National Bank 15 years. It's important to us to use a community bank. First National Bank has always been our bank. They're large enough to service any needs you have, but there's a sense of community here. It's nice doing business with people that you know. They know your name, so that's why we use First National Bank.
Back at Carter, this is coverage of Highlander football on the IH Sports Network. IHSports.net, the place to go. You can follow us live on YouTube, on Facebook. And maybe WBNT tonight. I'm not sure what game that they have on the radio, but this is the kickoff.
Long
this
kick
one will
again.
Be fielded back.
Go.
Henry at the 14-yard line tries to find some running room, jukes the defender, and will make it to about the 25, maybe the 26-yard line, where the Highlanders will start 1st and 10.
The efficiency of the Carter offense so far has just been outstanding, and you know what? Their defense hasn't been too shabby neither.
I've actually got Carter with 10 first downs. That coming in the first quarter and via the touchdown on that last play moments ago. Highlanders to the line of scrimmage. Griffin will be the receiver splitting to the left. We go with a tight end left, tight end right. That power I out of the shotgun, the handoff Whaley, caught at about the line of scrimmage. They spin him forward to where the 23-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 Highlanders.
And this game's moving so fast, I really haven't been able to lock in and see if they're doing any kind of, other than just a slant, if they're doing any twist or loops. But I think it's just a slant.
I think it's straight ahead and with the
linebackers,
linebackers or whoever coming. Yeah. The handoff, that's Whaley again, this time after a gain of 1 out to the 29-yard line.
He was hit a yard behind the line of scrimmage and was able to fall forward for the game.
3rd down and 7, Highlanders. 3rd and 7. Clock continues to run in the first half with just over 10 minutes remaining. To the line of scrimmage, we'll go with 3 receivers to the right. 1 receiver back to the left, that's Mays, drawing man-to-man coverage from Armenta. Now through the backfield, making twin receivers to the left. That was Henry. And Strunk will pull the ball down, have to carry it, and he's hit and taken out of bounds by 5 green shirts there, just short of the Highlander 35-yard line.
Yep, 1.5 yards short of the first down. That brings up 4th down, and here comes the punting team.
And Ethan Anderson back on the field to attempt another punt. He's actually only got the ball off twice. We've tried to punt the ball 3 times. The last one was a high snap over his head that Anderson went back and covered up at our Highlander 7-yard line. We'll see if he's able to get this ball away. Standing deep will be Caleb Harper for the Carter Hornets.
Good
nice
snap.
punt.
Good punt.
Beautiful
Turnover.
Turnover. Bounces at the 30 and backs up. And then backs up. Picked up by Harper. Harper running room up the Highlander sideline. And then boom, banked out of bounds. Big collision over there. But
Jesse Bowles got the worst end of that.
Harper with a real nice return, thinking that the Highlanders knocked down the ball. When nobody came over to down it, he picked it up and took off up the sideline. 5th offensive possession for Carter. 3 of those have now started in Highlander territory. Chandler Wilson, number 11, the quarterback for Carter.
Bunch to the
has
right.
A trips bunch right. Looks to throw a little comeback screen. The completion is there. Still trying to make tackles, and we're still trying to get him down. And finally, Noah Cotton has some help over the top by Clayton Carroll. could tackle him after a
right out
first
of 14,
down gain all the way down to the 32-yard line of the Highlanders. Trips to the left for the Hornets. That's the wide side of the field. A little fake. A give and go. Up the sideline, left all alone. Touchdown pass. And that little fake, and 3 of our defenders bid on 2 receivers and left 1 all alone. That reception good to Spencer Russell.
Good for 32 yards. 8:45 to go in the first half of the ball game. Increase the lead to 28-0. Kicker's on the field. He's got the ball spotted.
I've not changed the score yet. It's 34-0.
Okay, 34, yes. There's a snap, the kick.
And that one is good by Thomas. With that, it's now a very commanding first half lead for the Carter Hornets. 35-0 over our Highlanders. 8 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the first half. We'll step aside. We'll have this break. We'll be back with another Carter kickoff.
At Big South Fork Medical Center, our dedicated team of medical professionals are available 24/7 should you or your family need high-quality care. We have an emergency room, inpatient unit, and a range of outpatient services. Big South Fork Medical Center, your local hospital where we're small enough to care, but large enough to heal. For more information on what we have to offer, you can visit our website, www.bsfmedical.com.
A Chandler Wilson 32-yard touchdown pass to Spencer Russell, and the point after kick has given the Carter Hornets a 35-0 lead over the Highlanders. Carter is now kicking off to the Highlanders. This kick will sail deep. It's going to be fielded by Henry again at about the 16-yard line. Tries to find some run room, dances back and forth, and now pulled down at the Highlander 31-yard line, 1st and 10. This is the Highlanders' 5th offensive possession. We started our first possession tonight at the 42-yard line, then our 23, 30, 26, and 31.
At the Highlanders 31-yard line,
1st and 10 for the Highlanders. See Landon Crabtree. We also see Dawson Spradlin hop out to the offensive ball for the Highlanders. Spradlin will be the receiver, split wide right. Rylan Griffith will be the receiver slot inside of him. Then with the 2 on the left. A handoff.
Ball's on the ground.
It's picked up. Picked up at the 25-yard line. It's a fumble recovery for a touchdown for Cash Alton. The fumble for the touchdown is the dagger for the Highlanders right now.
36 seconds ago, they no, it ain't been that long. Yeah, about 29 seconds ago, they scored again. 8:03 to go in the first half, guys. 41-0. Gavin Thomas on the field for another point after attempt. Okay, we got a official timeout. He's coming over to talk.
Coming over to talk with Coach Presley.
Eight 10's going back up on the clock. Yeah, they let the clock run down a little bit longer again.
$8:10 finally up on the clock. Trying to connect on the point after kick is Gavin Thomas. That kick a little low but sails through the uprights. It's good. The point after kick has given the Carter Hornets a 42-0 lead over our Highlanders. We're going to take this break. We're going to step aside. We'll have this commercial when we come back. Well, maybe I better say it different. We'll come back in the Highlanders. We'll receive the kick when we return after this message.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools, we got it. Paint and cleaning supplies, we got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care, we got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
To Highlander football with 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. The Carter Hornets have made my prediction from this past Monday night moot. They did that, well, with only
was you doing
3 minutes to go.
Was you doing some of that moot scooting and boogieing?
Yeah. This would be Griffith.
Come on,
Griffith
come on, Ryland. Come on,
Ryland.
Ryland.
Middle of the field.
Get the
Cuts out
block.
behind the blocker, pushes him in. Now the ball comes out of bounds. I think it really went out of bounds and will be Highlander ball.
Yeah.
Yes, according to the referee, we take over on our 45-yard line. Little adjustment by the Highlander coaches, putting Ryland Griffith over in the place where Thomas for Carter had kicked the ball the last three times, maybe. First and 10 Highlanders. Ryland Griffith, the slot receiver on the right. Spradlin, the receiver outside of him. We've got two receivers to the left, short side of the field. The ball on the near hash, that leaves an empty backfield, and the Highlanders will take the timeout.
Wrong personnel on the field.
Let's go ahead and take this break, and while we're on this break, we'll talk strategy here and be back with more Highlander football.
We just had 10 on.
The superior technology of fiber optics carries a communication signal that is more robust and reliable than older technologies. Connecting homes and businesses directly to fiber optic networks enables enormous improvements in what bandwidth devices are capable of delivering. Experience Highland Communications' world-class broadband, delivered over Highland Telephone Cooperative's fiber optic network to make your online experience extraordinary. Highland Telephone and Highland Communications. World-class connections with a local, hometown touch.
Hey, look at the scoreboard, brother man.
Well, we're debating during the break right here how good the Fulton team is, and if you go strictly by the the Carter football team is, and if you go strictly by the scoreboard, well, they're undoubtedly better than the Highlanders. As Brady Strunk wants to throw the ball, he's flushed out of the pocket, has a block on the edge, ran through a tackler, ran through a second tackler, and then taken down on the Carter sideline. A gain of 3. I hate to say it. I know what you guys are talking about. I really hate to say it, but, you know, Brady actually is credited with a 2-yard gain, but trying to break tackles and stuff like that, we're just one play away from going to our number 2 QB.
That's right. And anytime Brady's carrying that ball, I kind of tense up.
2 by 2 for the receivers. Brady wants to throw the ball. Looks to the left and has Henry streaking up the numbers and off his hand. It's an incomplete pass, bringing up 3rd and 8.
Hornet Nation, it's 3rd down.
7:46 left on the clock in the first quarter.
You know, Brady has not had a single time tonight he's been able to sit back in the pocket, look downfield, and throw the ball.
Trips right, one receiver left. Strunk again.
Look
Here
out.
comes from the backside. Boom. They blitz either a cornerback or an outside linebacker off the left side, and he does nothing but blindside Brady Strunk. And when I said watch out, I expected us to have the ambulance cart out here. The way number 7 was blowing in there, that's Nick Corum. Good play by him in the Carter defense. Had to bring up 4th down and apparent punting time for the Highlanders. It'll be 4th down and about 17 yards to go. Ethan Anderson to punt it away again for the Highlanders. Has the snap.
Setting up the return.
Punts this one high to the far side of the field. Gets a nice roll. This time Harper moves away from it, and the Highlanders, Henry, is able to touch the ball at the Carter 25-yard line.
45-yard line, where it'll be 1st down Hornets.
1st and 10 for the Hornets after the Highlander punt. That is, let's look at the Highlanders' 6 possessions so far. Punt. Snap the punt on the 3rd possession. Snap the punt over the head of snap the ball over the head of the punter. Recovered by Carter, then a punt, then we fumble, picked up for a touchdown score by Carter, and now a punt. So no offense first half for the Highlanders, no matter what play Coach Harris draws up. Wilson, the quick pitch. It comes outside for the screen.
Outside.
And caught from the shoulders and pulled down. That will be Ryland Griffith making the tackle at where the Carter 36-yard line.
Losing outside leverage, which gives a good little running lane for a speedy receiver.
Second down for Carter, 2nd and 4. Wilson goes up, gives the play to his offensive lineman. We go 2 by each side. They stack them. Long pass outside. It bounced. And I counted 1,001, 1,002, 1,003 before the whistle was blown by the far side official.
He took a deep breath before he blew.
Okay. Probably been one of them long COVID sufferers.
Hey, well,
it
you
takes
know,
them a while to get a deep breath there.
Hey, they have to do a lot of running up and down that field, too.
3rd down, 3rd and 4 for the Hornets. It would be nice to see the Highlander defense be able to get a stop here in the first half.
We're going to the big front.
Trips left. One receiver right. Wilson toss pitch to the left side. Has some running room, and he'll get a first down as he goes across the 35-yard line. And that toss pitch, it might be a lateral pitch. It might be a little forward pass pitch. You have to be looking at where it's at there on the field.
It gets the running back a little bit outside quicker.
Wilson looking to the right the whole time, pulls the ball down, caught by the Highlanders, Clayton Carroll. Carroll will stop him after a gain. It's not actually a gain, it's a loss of 1 yard if I look at the side judges, right? 2nd and 11 for Carter, 6:05 left in the first half. This time, twins left, twins right. Got a running back to the left of Wilson from the shotgun. Wilson wants to throw the ball. Looking left, throws a little short pass in the middle, and boom, the umpire got wiped out.
And he got up laughing, which is a good thing to see out there.
Well, actually, I think we got away. I don't see you yelling. I think we got away with a face mask.
Yeah, he couldn't see it, though.
Yep, because we were blindside blocking him. A gain of 5. It's 3rd and 6 for Carter, 3rd and 6. 2-by-2 stack. We don't have somebody covered out here, and our defense still hasn't recognized that. But this time Wilson pulls it down, wants to run with it, runs to the left.
Good hit.
Tackle him short of the first down, about 2 yards short.
That had to be Jace. Yeah, Jace went airborne to come down with a tackle. 4th down and 3. My first 4th down they've been in tonight.
Well, look, man, I'm still looking at, we're really not covering one of these receivers over here. This time Griffin, the free safety, rolls over.
Right there's who you're supposed to have him with.
4th and 2 to go for the Carter Hornets. Wilson trying to draw the Highlanders off sides. It doesn't work. They look to the sideline to get another play. They'll still keep 2 receivers each side. They stack them on the left side. Little fake, pass over the middle, complete for the first down and more into Highlander territory, still fighting for yardage. And falling forward, the receiver will take it to the Highlander 39-yard line. First down for the Carter Hornets.
15-yard gain.
4 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first half. This time, Carter will take trips left, 1 receiver to the right. Chandler Wilson, the quarterback, number 11, sends his back in motion out of the backfield. Throws a bubble pass to the left side, coming back against the grain. Broke the tackles and picks up about 15 yards over there before maybe Landon Crabtree makes the tackle.
The game is good for another Rusty Wallace for first down Hornets.
First down for the Hornets again, 3:35 to go in the first half. Trips will stay left on the short side of the field. 1 back in the backfield and a receiver split wide right. I think that might be Blankenship, the receiver split wide right. Wilson, the snap, the handoff to the right side. The Highlanders are corralling that one right away at no gain. I'd say Luke Boland, first person to make contact right there. And he sort of screamed over the line of scrimmage real fast. That's a loss of 1. Second down and 11. Under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Wilson looking to the sideline, tells his team to play. Carter will go trips to the left. Again, one receiver back, wide right. Wilson the snap. A lateral pitch.
Little option.
Coming outside, breaking around the last contact by the Highlanders, and that is a touchdown run. That'll cover 26 yards. Again, the pitch went to Spencer Russell, number 5.
Efficient offense tonight from the Carter team. 2:31 to go in the first half of the ball. I don't know if they upgraded the scoreboard. Anyway, the Highlanders 0.
Carter 46.
48.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, they can't keep up with it. Anyway, the kicker
Devin
got
Thomas again to kick
snap. Well, we got a hand on that, I think, but it crawled through.
It crawled through. With that, it's now 49-zip. Carter commanding, comfortable, winning lead for the Carter Hornets as we go to break. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. We'll return after this message from one of our Friday Night Football sponsors.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razak's on US Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razak's, country cooking and great steaks.
Welcome back. The Carter kickoff to the Highlanders after they had scored on a 26-yard return. Floating back, that's Griffin with the return. Running up the right side, trying to split through some blockers ahead of him, and then taken down just short of the 30-yard line. A couple of players, one for each team, trying to mix it up out there. I commend Carter's number 7, Nick Corum, for coming in sort of to, get between them there.
Yeah.
And that's good sportsmanship by him. The Highlanders take over at our own 29-yard line, 1st and 10.
Hey, yeah, you don't want anything to spoil. This is a sort of a once-in-a-lifetime type night. Carter is, man, you don't.
2 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the first half. The Highlanders have possession, 1st and 10, trailing the Hornets 49-0 at this point. Strunk, the handoff, the handoff, trying to look for running room, bounces outside, and digging for it is that Luke Boland.
That is Luke Boland. That is Luke Boland. Good game.
A Highlander and a First National Bank first down.
Been impressed with Luke Boland so far tonight.
Hey, I watched
He's
him
an
in
athlete.
practice on Wednesday, and I was most impressed with him. Luke will be the running back lining up on the right-hand side of Brady Strunk. Brady missed the handoff, keeping himself fighting for yardage, and will push it ahead to maybe 3 yards. And, of course, if I see Luke in there, that means one thing, the possibility that Whaley might be nursing that right knee on the sideline.
Yeah, I've kind of been looking to see if he's seated over there, but the way the sideline is, it's tough to see.
2nd down and 7, the handoff Boland. Boland runs off the right side, stretching toward the sideline, and a first down. Luke Boland coming into the game, helping the Highlanders pick up 2 first downs on this possession. Clock running, 1 minute, 22 seconds left in the first half. In Carter territory from the Carter 42-yard line. Twins left and right. A whistle sounds. Looking at the referee, and he's going to, I think, call a timeout Carter. Let's stay right here on the Carter timeout. First thing I want to do, I want to set up halftime. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap the first half scoring, which is going to take more than a couple of minutes tonight. It's 7 by Carter. Woody will have our first half stats. It's going to take him a while to add up those numbers. HL maybe will interview Coach Harris if he can get to him at halftime. And Ben will go around the area looking at scores in East Tennessee, also looking ahead at the IH Sports Network schedule for next week. And have you got soccer next week, Billy?
Maybe. That's a good question. I better get on that and figure it out.
I was thinking that you might have a soccer game on the IH Sports Network next week.
Well, you saw how definite that answer was.
I think that may be next Thursday night, actually.
There you go. And next week is homecoming week for Highlanders. The handoff to Bolin once again. Caught behind the line of scrimmage and got back to the line, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Highlanders. Less than a minute now remaining in the first half. The ball at the Carter 42-yard line. Looking to the sideline, Coach Harris signals the play into Brady Strunk, who then gives it in the huddle to the rest of the team. We go 2 by 2 each side. Bolin running to the left. A little juke step. This time he'll lose yardage because he couldn't cut up. He was going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. He couldn't extend the play, trying to turn the corner on the edge. He was going to be tackled for negative yardage. It is a loss of 4.
Given his options right then, Rick, one thing, and I hate to say this, but he didn't have someone come over to pick up a block for him.
I do not think that we have to run another play this half, and the Highlander posture on the field is that we will not try to run another play and just take it to halftime. I'm sure that the Highlander team, I don't think that they'll go all the way back up to the dressing room, but
when the band vacates down there, they'll go in beyond. They'll go down and sit on your tailgate where you park.
Should I say that it was an interesting first half?
No.
It was interesting. Well, I'm going to say it anyway. It was interesting to see the many ways that Carter can put points on the scoreboard, yes. I think that's definitely a fair assumption to make there, as the Hornets put 7 touchdowns, 7 PATs on the board to build a 49-0 halftime lead over our visiting Scott Highlanders.
Well, they were getting good at it.
Right. We'll step aside. Let's take a break here. When we come back in about 2 minutes, we'll recap the first half scoring, and then we'll step aside. We'll catch more breaks from our sponsors and more when our Highlander halftime continues. Again, Carter 49, Highlanders 0.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday, or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Keith Markham from Markham's Furniture and Appliances.
I'd like to invite you to come shop with us at Markham's Furniture and Appliances. Been in business since 1949, locally owned, family owned. We offer the largest selection of furniture and appliances in Scott County. We offer the same-day delivery. Financing is available with a finance company. If you don't see what you like, we're always glad to special order it. Appliances we can normally have within a week. Furniture normally would take about 4 to 5 weeks if we special order it. Thank you.
Bill Armstrong with the Big South Fork Air Park. 15 years now we've been in Scott County, and a customer of First National Bank 15 years. It's important to us to use a community bank. First National Bank has always been our bank. They're large enough to service any needs you have, but there's a sense of community here. It's nice doing business with people that you know. They know your name, so that's why we use First National Bank.
back at Carter High School. You see the Highlander Marching Band performing down on the field. Let's look at the scoring summary for both teams. That's wrong. That's a misnomer, isn't it? Let's look at the scoring summary for the Carter Hornets. With 9:20 to go in the first quarter of play, Chandler Wilson connects on carries the ball for a 5-yard touchdown. The Gavin Thomas point after kick was good. Carter leading 7-0. We moved a little deeper into the first quarter. This time for Carter, Chandler Wilson, the quarterback, tosses a 38-yard pass to Caleb Harper. The point after by Thomas was also good. It's 14-0. And then with 55 seconds to go in the first quarter, Isaiah Webb, a 1-yard shuffle pass for the touchdown score, and Gavin Thomas with the point after kick. It's 21-0 Carter in favor over the Highlanders at the end of the first quarter. Into the second quarter, with 11:08 remaining, Brody Blankenship, a 5-yard touchdown run. The Thomas point after kick gave Carter a 28-0 lead. The next score by Carter is Chandler Wilson, this time on a 32-yard touchdown pass to Spencer Russell. The Gavin Thomas point after kick was good. 35-0 Carter over our Highlanders. With 8:02 to go in the first half, Cash Alton, a fumble recovery, picked up, returned for a touchdown, 27 yards, and that gave Gavin Thomas his 6th point after kick. It was 42-0 at that point, and then the final score of the first half was also Carter, this time a Spencer Russell 26-yard touchdown run. The Gavin Thomas point after kick also good. It's 49-0 halftime score, Carter over the Highlanders, and you can look at it any way you want to look at it. Right now, as I'm sitting here looking at it, Carter a tough matchup, at least on the field. I might have said on paper I know Monday night, I said I'll take the Highlanders. I thought we had a chance in this game, but we just couldn't match up with the speed. And good coaches, and coaches have been in the profession a long time, will tell you speed kills. Well, speed has been the major difference for the Carter Hornets tonight in the first half, as they had that 49-0 lead over our visiting Highlanders. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, Woody will have our first half stats. Then we'll talk about scores and other upcoming features on the IH Sports Network. And HL's gone down to visit with the coaches. He'll report on that when he comes back and we get ready for the start of the third quarter. Right now, our halftime score, the home team Carter Hornets 49, our visiting Highlanders 0. We'll step aside for this break and return after these messages.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs. To show how scary that is, we made Metal Monsters. With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled. And music that would have made your heart race. But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail slate.
Forget the bucket. Stop buying those expensive car care products. For a supreme clean, visit TNT Car Wash in Oneida. TNT Car Wash features the latest in touch-free car wash technology. TNT's touchless automatic wash bays are tough on road grime, but gentle on your car's finish. These feature-packed automatics give you complete control of the wash, including a wheel brush option. Want to wash it yourself? TNT also has traditional wash bays. And don't forget the interior, both vacuum and shampoo stations available. For a dynamite clean, TNT Car Wash, Oneida.
First National to me it's a core memory growing up, and it is something that's always been a part of my life.
We renovated this building and opened this business. We were looking to source as much as we could locally, and what is more local than First National Bank of Oneida? First National Bank is very involved with a lot of the local community events and supporting of businesses. We've seen them involved with the fair and the sports locally and other things that I think is just indicative of the local community being supported by the local bank.
Keith Markham from Markham's Furniture and Appliances.
I'd like to invite you to come shop with us at Markham's Furniture and Appliances. Been in business since 1949, locally owned, family owned. We offer the largest selection of furniture and appliances in Scott County. We offer the same-day delivery. Financing is available with a finance company. If you don't see what you like, we're always glad to special order it. Appliances we can normally have within a week. Furniture normally would take about 4 to 5 weeks if we special order it. Thank you.
Show features solos by Ellen Dietrich.
Okay, we're back at Carter High School. Carter's leading 49 to nothing at halftime. Rushing for Carter, Spencer Russell has 2 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. Chandler Wilson has 4 carries for 10 yards and a touchdown. Brody Blankenship has 1 carry for 5 yards and a touchdown. And Morgan has 1 carry for -1. They rushed the ball 8 times, 48 yards. Wilson in the passing department is 19 out of 20, 260 yards, 3 touchdowns, total offense of 308. Highlander for the rushing for the Highlander. Brady Strunk has 2 carries for -2. Alton Whaley has 8 carries for 27 yards. Ethan Anderson 1 carry for 7 yards, and that's probably the brightest thing in the first half was on the fake punt, and he got a first down on it. Luke Bolden has 4 carries for 22 yards. We rushed the ball 18 times, 54 yards. Brady is 3 for 6 for -6. Total offense of 48 yards. And Griffin has the 3 catches for -6 yards.
First National to me it's a core memory growing up, and it is something that's always been a part of my life.
We renovated this building and opened this business. We were looking to source as much as we could locally, and what is more local than First National Bank of Oneida? First National Bank is very involved with a lot of the local community events and supporting of businesses. We've seen them involved with the fair and the sports locally and other things that I think is just indicative of the local community being supported by the local bank.
Forget the bucket. Stop buying those expensive car care products. For a supreme clean, visit T&T Car Wash in Oneida. T&T Car Wash features the latest in touch-free car wash technology. T&T's touchless automatic wash bays are tough on road grime, but gentle on your car's finish. These feature-packed automatics give you complete control of the wash, including a wheel brush option. Want to wash it yourself? T&T also has traditional wash bays. And don't forget the interior, both vacuum and shampoo stations available. For a dynamite clean, T&T Car Wash, Oneida.
Bill Armstrong with the Big South Fork Air Park. 15 years now we've been in Scott County, and a customer of First National Bank 15 years. It's important to us to use a community bank. First National Bank has always been our bank. They're large enough to service any needs you have, but there's a sense of community here. It's nice doing business with people that you know. They know your name, so that's why we use First National Bank.
Scenic Foods is about freshness. With meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables. And of course, a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings. As well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Welcome back to Strawberry Plains, where Carter leads Scott High 49-0 at halftime. We're watching the outstanding Carter Marching Band perform on the field at the half. Looking at some scores from the first half. All of these are first half scores that have yet to reach halftime. It is in Anderson County leading South Doyle 7-0. Fulton leads Gibbs 20-14. York is up on Oneida 7-0. Unaka leads Jellicoe 8-0. Greenville is over Volunteer 27-0. Wartburg leads Midway 14-7. It is Alcoa 28, Pigeon Forge 7. Austin East leads Northview Academy 8-7. Oliver Springs is up over Greenback 7-0. Gatlinburg Pittman leads Union County 21-0. Powell is up over Clinton 15-0. Campbell County leads Carnes 20-14. It is Oak Ridge up on the North City 7-6. Sweetwater leads Kingston 14-6. And our game at halftime, again, it is Carter leading Scott 49-0. While we got it here, and since there is still a while to go before the start of the second half, let's just watch the Carter band for just a moment.
They'll be tomorrow night at halftime. They'll be at the University of Tennessee football game. a band at UT. So that's something special.
That is a heck of an opportunity, big honor, and I mean, you can just watch them. They earned it. This is the best band we've seen this year.
No about that.
I just thinking that on the walk up here. The best band we've seen. One of the playing UT tomorrow. Oh, we're live?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But I think, our best band, I mean, they played in front of the UT too, is the Kingston band. Because they have so many, over 100 and something, band members. I mean, it's amazing. But these kids here, man, they sound great.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back and turn it back over to Rick Keaton from Carter High School right after this.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools, we got it. Paint and cleaning supplies, we got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care, we got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta, Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott High Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Bill Armstrong with the Big South Fork Air Park. 15 years now we've been in Scott County, and a customer of First National Bank 15 years. It's important to us to use a community bank. First National Bank has always been our bank. They're large enough to service any needs you have, but there's a sense of community here. It's nice doing business with people that you know, and they know your name. So that's why we use First National Bank.
First National to me it's a core memory growing up, and it is something that's always been a part of my life.
We renovated this building and opened this business. We were looking to source as much as we could locally, and what is more local than First National Bank of Oneida. First National Bank is very involved with a lot of the local community events and supporting of businesses. We've seen them involved with the fair and the sports locally and other things that I think is just indicative of the local community being supported by the local bank.
Well, we're back to Highlander halftime. The Hornet band playing at midfield. You heard me walk into the booth a while ago, not knowing that the guys were on live. Yep, by far, Carter with a very good band, the best band we've heard this year so far. And, it's based on numbers. When you can put 60 or 80 kids out on the field, you can make it loud. And they're doing a very good job, and it's our pleasure to be here. Next week, the Highlanders will be at home on Friday night to take on, as I pull up my score to take on Pigeon Forge. That'll also be our homecoming game next Friday night, 7:30 from Highlander Field. They'll have homecoming activities all week long at Highlander Field, including the pep rally and bonfire on Wednesday night next week. So Pigeon Forge at home, 7:30, homecoming at Highlander Field next week. Don't forget on Monday night our IHSN Roundtable, again this week coming to you from El Rey's Restaurant in North Oneida. And we've got a legend that we'll be happy to bring in to you there that can tell stories galore. We won't have enough time for him, to be honest with you. But
Tim keeps his legends a secret. Are you keeping your legend a secret as well?
I told you who it was going to be, didn't I?
Well, right, you told me, but I mean, for
That's
everybody
it.
else, is that a secret?
That's a secret.
Do you guys want me to keep it a secret, or do you want me to spill it?
I have
spill it.
I have always looked at Tim Smith as a trendsetter, so if you followed him, I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, but I want to be my own man now.
Well, I don't blame you for that either.
Keep it a secret.
Yeah, keep it a secret. Okay, there we go. We got one vote for keeping it a secret, so that's what we'll do. And other stuff that we'll have there on Monday night.
Sound to me like you don't know.
Yes, in round table.
Sound to me like you don't know yet.
What, do?
Yeah, he knows. He finally.
He's built it, did he?
Yeah, we throwed out 3 or 4 there, and he finally got one there.
I got
think
one.
it'd be a good. In the last 2, I mean, Stan was good too. I thought Stan was going to talk long as Bill did, but he did. But it was good. Stan brought up a lot of good stuff back, in the years and stuff. But it was a good. I enjoyed sitting and watching it.
And that's what we'll do next Monday night.
Harris Lynn Keaton, that sounds to me like you're the only one that's not been mentioned here.
What's that?
We talked about Bill, we talked about
really
Stan, we talked about.
Hey, he said you need to come up. He said, Ben said you need to come up. I got up there, you looked at me and said, what are you doing here? I was ready to leave.
Well, it's like that tweet you put out there about somewhere along the line there's a failure to communicate. So.
But anyway, I started talking to Marcia Swain, so that's the only reason I didn't leave.
And if I told my trivia questions, we would see why I know. I want to mention that too. The first game we ever played was against Seymour. It was at Seymour.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the first win we ever had was Pikeville.
I got a big 6.
That was a home game. And the first person to ever kick it a extra point was Mr. H.L. Keaton sitting here beside of me.
Really?
History,
Yes, sir.
You know,
that's why he's a legend, Ben. We just didn't know it.
That's one of the best things. Anybody, my age and that group about being the first teams is you had so many firsts.
Yeah. I mean, we always run the ball, and when I looked at it, I thought, well, that's a good one because we kicked the ball that time. The first time, probably all year long, we kicked the ball. Because the other ones, we run 2-point conversions.
And I hope that on our roundtable in the next couple of weeks, I've got some interesting things from the 3 high schools that have had football in Scott County: Oneida High School, Huntsville High School, and Scott High School. Up to 1992, we can throw out some names and records like on longest kickoffs, most touchdowns in the game. We've got all this stuff that we can throw out there for you. And some of Ben's generation, they're going to say, well, who's that? Never heard of them.
Did y'all mention about the Pikeville game, about the delay in the game starting almost 10 o'clock?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they had to stop and get gas. And, Pikeville, that was the reform school.
Yeah.
And they had a couple of guys sort of escape from the bus.
I forgot that.
And they didn't come on until they located them. And then they come up there and it was late. And, hey, they wouldn't let nobody get away. Man, you could look and there was shotguns and great big dogs everywhere. And they had a kid broke his leg really bad. They throwed him on the bus and he was going to Pikeville.
So let me ask you this. You're talking about my generation.
It's about 20 years younger than my generation.
Educate us a little bit, because I like to think that I'm up on the history of Scott County, but sometimes I'm not. Why did Robbins, and why did Norman for that matter, never have a football team?
I'd say not enough students.
Not probably smaller schools, lack of participation, lack of interest maybe in football at those schools.
Yeah, they were really basketball schools.
I just always wondered that.
You went back and looked at the history of Huntsville High School. They, at one time, they had the baseball. I think they maybe even had track for what it was back. And I'm talking about like in the 30s, 40s. It was.
So that brings up another. You hear people talk about sometimes, well, let's just consolidate the Scott County and the Oneida school systems. And we all know that's never going to happen. Neither side would want to give up their tradition and their history. What was it like when Huntsville had to close their school and they opened Scott High, the consolidated school, and giving up? Because there was so much history at Huntsville, so much tradition.
From a student perspective, not well received.
It wasn't well received.
And somewhat from a community standpoint, wasn't well received because, you had this huge theater in there with a stage up there. Right. Probably could seat 400 people, with back chairs and armrests and stuff like that. And we really didn't want to give that up. That could have been great if it could have been saved. There was an effort led by the late Burt Walker to try to save that part of it anyway. And, and the decision makers, with the Board of Education had to decide these things. They decided, well, we'll just do away with it. And
It was a beautiful building. If you ever saw
It absolutely was.
Beautiful building.
Things change, and
Yeah.
it would have cost a lot of money. And of course, that was before my time. Well, not when the building came down, but I was young then, and I do remember that Burt Walker led that effort. Huntsville High School was probably the most spectacular building that we've ever had in Scott County.
In the county, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with, to have classes upstairs, you had to climb, the stairs and all that stuff. And,
It's fun.
Yeah.
I was there once.
There once.
I was too. I started my first grade career there at the University of Huntsville. First room, when you went right in the door, the first room on the left was my classroom. It later turned into an office area. But in January, we walked through the snow from that building after they had built the elementary school across the way. We walked through the snow and carried our books over to move to the elementary building in January. A lot of memories back then. It's Carter to kick off. Hey, once again to the Highlanders. This kick will sail high and deep. It's going to be fielded by Griffin,
touch people.
Back outside the 10-yard line. Tries to cut back against 2 or 3 people and out to about the 27-yard line. This is where the Highlanders will start the first possession of the second half. It's a 49. You heard it right. Yes, Carter 49, Highlanders 0 lead. And Ryland Griffith, and late there in the first half, Luke Boland, who's on the field to start the second half, gave us Ryland, the only way he's been able to touch a ball is the kick returns. And he's had some good kick return yardage. He'll be the wide receiver splitting to the right in the backfield in a pistol eye. Boland lines up behind Strunk. The handoff to Boland. He'll push the pile ahead by maybe 2 yards out to the Highlander 29-yard line. Second down, Highlanders. Want to recognize the Highlander crew once again. Woody Keaton, H.L. Keaton, Ben Garrett, myself, Rick Keaton on the play-by-play, and our all-around put-it-together guy sitting, I'm assuming, back at his house would be Greg Bond. Without him, we couldn't make it work. Brady wants to throw the ball. Here comes the pressure. Brady over the middle.
Pass.
It's
Good
caught
catch.
by Griffin. As 2 defenders converge on him, it's a first down. Highlanders first down for the First National Bank.
About a 17-yard gain, Woody, and I'm just guessing, but around 17.
And Ben's asked a question, I've asked a question. First National Bank opening a new main office sometime up on in the Oak Grove area. Beautiful building. Hope you can go by there and see it sometime. First National Bank giving this some extra love since we've not had a lot of first downs.
Come on, Luke.
Bounces
bounce.
off of a player, tries to bounce to the right, and he's held to a gain of about 1 yard. Second down and 9. Yeah. Up front for the Highlanders, I noticed Landon Crabtree in, and what position is he playing?
He should be at the guard.
The right guard position. Only change, I think, from the first half, but we'll check and see. I think there may be another change there. Through the backfield, this is Hugo Henry. Strunk waits on the snap. Here comes the pressure. Strunk pulls it down, runs with it, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, the Highlander 46.5-yard line.
Brady Strunk's had a tough night trying to break away. Like I said, they've got down linemen, those ends in that 3 front of theirs, that they're as fast as most people we have.
Starting the second half in at the left tackle, I think 76 to Sean Fair, along with Landon Crabtree. The others we'll mention shortly, but I think it's the original starters there. Now Newport moves to the left. Here comes that rush once again. A quick pass intending it for Henry at about the 45 of Carter. It's an incomplete pass, a little low for Henry to dig it up, and it looks like the punt team hustles back out for the Highlanders as Ethan Anderson.
8:45 to go in the third period of this ball game.
Deep, Carter will have Caleb Harper, number 6. He has had 1 or 2 good returns in the first half. clock is a continuous running clock in the second half as Carter leads by more than 30. Here comes the pressure. Anderson pulls
Hard
it down,
rush up
runs
the
with
middle.
it again.
Come
Cuts
on,
to the
Ethan.
Highlander
Come on, Ethan.
sideline,
Come on,
still
Ethan.
digging for yardage, still digging.
Oops.
A flag thrown on the sideline over there as Ethan Anderson kept pushing for a first down, and the cat who threw the flag is also the guy indicating a first down. So it could be a flag call on
Against
Carter.
yeah.
The one kid over there still don't need to be over. He needs to be over here on this sideline.
How about
Second
that?
time that Anderson's had to take off as the Highlanders have been attempting a punt. It will be a first down for the Highlanders. That's a First National Bank first down. And the penalty is a face mask.
Big one?
15-yard penalty.
Big gain on that. Big gain.
How about that effort by Ethan Anderson? They had him 6 yards behind the stick, and he just muscled his way forward.
He's a big, strong young man, and he's I like him. He's played pretty good at linebacker tonight.
First and 10 for the Highlanders. Our deepest drive into Carter territory. Now at the Carter 29-yard line, it's first and 10. The handoff bowling, he's going to be caught behind the line of scrimmage, and a couple of players, a little extra shoving right there. I give the effort to Adrian Stanley.
A little show off.
Because, I mean, they've done him the all
Adrian
night
got the
long like
last
that.
push, right? So you win.
Yeah.
Bowling comes out of the game, and I'm trying to see what running back checked in. Loss of 4, second and 14 for the Highlanders. I'll say one thing, the Carter defensive linemen, just the front four, have put a lot of pressure on the Highlanders tonight, and then when they bring the linebackers, it's been impossible for us to run. It's Alvin Whaley in the backfield. Circling back out, the high snap, Strunk has
Good
to
job
go
to
back and
recover it.
picked it up on the bounce. It'll be a loss back to the Carter 39-yard line.
There's a penalty flag on the field.
It's going to be against Carter. Unless we retaliated, and I didn't see that. Yep.
I don't know. I'm still waiting on the referee. He's had the
Well,
official
he's
over
pointed.
here talk to this.
Yeah, it's against us.
It's against us because Carter declined it.
Yeah.
Illegal shift. Declined by the Highlanders. It is now fourth down. And we're in Carter territory. Coach Harris, the first 3 games of the season, on the plus side of the field, he goes for it on fourth down.
Yeah.
Maybe he only punted once. There is a whistle from the side judge at the Highlander sideline coming in to question maybe the spot of the ball. I'm not sure.
I think it's third down. I think that's the question.
Well, they declined the
The
penalty.
scoreboard's got third down, and,
Yeah.
and I'll agree with men and the
Sticks
scoreboard.
on the fourth, yeah.
The PA announcer said fourth down, but,
Guys, while it's still fresh, I got to correct something. Wes Hewitt points this out on Facebook, or maybe it was his wife, Veronica Hewitt. Norma did have a football team at one point, he says. So I've learned something. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
we need more information on that, Wes.
Fourth down by the Sticks. Come on, get the block,
Brady
guys.
drops, and he's going to be hit as the ball is off.
What a
and
catch.
Reaching out and making a reception, Jaden Mays on third
Fine
down
catch.
to the Carter 23-yard line. And apparently that was fourth down. And Carter will take over possession.
It'll be a turnover on them. First and 10 Hornets.
Hornets starting. Let's see, their 23-yard line. The last time they started one time in the first half at their own 20-yard line. That was their worst starting field position. Carter sends a player in motion. Quick out pass comes out to Harper. The receiver has a block, and nice defensive play if we can stick it there. I think Ryland Duncan maybe that initial contact.
We got a Highlander down over there, okay. Okay,
Right
that's
to 20.
Jaden Mays. I think maybe he's cramped, maybe.
Well, I'm not sure. The training staff for Carter, they come out along with Coach Hall, Coach Wright for the Highlanders, and timeout on the field. Let's see. Jaden is sitting up, but they're working on one of his legs. Let's take a quick 30-second break. That'll give us a chance to catch up with our sponsors. We'll return right after this message.
The superior technology of fiber optics carries a communication signal that is more robust and reliable than older technologies. Connecting homes and businesses directly to fiber optic networks enables enormous improvements in what bandwidth devices are capable of delivering. Experience Highland Communications' world-class broadband, delivered over Highland Telephone Cooperative's fiber optic network to make your online experience extraordinary. Highland Telephone and Highland Communications. World-class connections with a local, hometown touch.
Coach Harris now.
Welcome back to our coverage of Highlander football from Carter High School. This is the IH Sports Network. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. Not only can you watch us live tonight, but you can do the replays as many times as you want to over the weekend, next weekend, whatever. And our IH Sports Roundtable coming up on Monday night from El Rey's Restaurant. Carter will have it as Jaden Mays up and walking off the field mostly under his own power.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it would have been a cramp, an ankle, or whatever, but he's getting a little assistance, but most of he's putting weight on both legs. For Carter, it is 2nd down and 4 to go. 2nd and 4. Their quarterback is Chandler Wilson, wearing number 11. He went all the way in the first half. I think maybe officially credited with 4 or 5 touchdown passes. Sends the back in motion, looking to the far right side. They work a screen outside. The Highlanders white shirts come up. They hit him and hit him and hit him. And finally, after an additional 5, 6, 7 yards, the receiver is finally taken down by the Highlanders. It looked like the receiver might have been Cash Houghton. It's a first down for Carter. Clock continues to run. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. 3 minutes left, and that's because of the running clock rule. 2 receivers each side for Carter. One back in the backfield. Wilson, a little forward pitch.
There
Irish
you
linebackers
go.
are going to team up to make the tackle. We're at the Carter 37-yard line. Big gain of 2. 2nd and 9 for the Hornets.
Both inside linebackers, like you said, had the strong safety in there.
And we've not. After this play, let's set the linemen and linebackers. We've not done that tonight. Give these youngsters some recognition here. Quick screen comes outside. That's Harper. Harper with a juke move. Broke a tackle along the sideline. Races up the sideline. It's not Harper. It's somebody else, but he has an escort block in front of it. Number 4. And that one will go all the way for a touchdown. That will cover 63 yards.
Cash Alton, I believe, if that was number 4. 63 yards for a touchdown. The clock stops now at the score, 2:03 to go in the third period. 55-0 to score. Kicker's out there spotting
I
his
actually think
team.
that was number 9 on that reception there. But
So Gable or Dennis Gable? Gabriel.
Double check that with Woody just to be sure there.
I couldn't see him just running out through there, and once he got past, I couldn't see. Outside the
Let's see
window.
who they're slapping hands with down there. There's the spot, the kick.
And that one is up and good, yes. With the extra point, the Carter Hornets will now take a 56-0 lead over our visiting Highlanders. We step aside. We'll have this break. We'll be back with more football action from Carter High School.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Back for the Carter kickoff. I broke that mold one time. This kick will sail downfield, bounce at the 15, picked up by Henry. Henry looks for a cut across the field. He'll
Put his
run
head down.
into
Way
a
to go. Yeah.
Carter defender at about the 25-yard line. That's where the Highlanders will take over their second possession of the third quarter. Actually, maybe the 24-yard line.
You know, during the years past, we've sat through some high 50s and 60 points scored by the teams we've been playing, but that's been the Alcoas and the heyday of the Fultons and the CAKs, and it all felt different than tonight for some reason, you know?
Yeah, we might have expected it against those teams.
Yeah, but
and
this
not
one,
so
no.
much tonight. Yeah, didn't see it coming. A little more than a minute remaining in the third quarter. The handoff, Whaley to the left side, makes a cut, bounces outside. Comes up just short, I think, of the first down chains. Had to bring up second down Highlanders. Second and about 3 to go. Adrian Stanley, Landon Crabtree, Gavin Terry. Hayden Mason has moved to the left guard now, I'm pretty sure.
Tight ends on each side.
Yep. The hand to
Come on,
blows
come on,
off
come
the
on.
right, excuse me, left side, bounces
Go, Alton,
outside
go,
to
Alton.
the 50, the 45, racing down the sideline and knocked out of bounds by the Hornets.
Somebody lost his shoe.
That's a First National Bank and Highlander first down. Coming up after the game, don't forget we've got our Trophy Master lineman of the game, our player of the game, sponsored by First National Bank. That and more coming up during our Highlander post game. From the Carter 39-yard line. And that's the end of the third quarter. With that, only one score in the third quarter. That, of course, by Carter. They have now built this extraordinarily extra special, big, comfortable 56-0 lead over our Highlanders.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razax on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razax, country cooking and great steaks.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott High Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
From Carter High School, we start the final quarter of play in this region contest as Carter leads our Highlanders 56-0. It is Highlander ball.
First and 10 from the 39. Way
Off
go,
the left
Boss.
side, Brady Strunk cuts back against the
Boss.
defender inside the 25, spun out of bounds just short of the 20-yard line. That is our second consecutive first down, a First National Bank first down.
Good pull, good recognizing that on the little read option.
And the other lineman I didn't mention a while ago, number 76, starting the second half, Deshaun Fair. Highlanders have it tied in on each side. Strunk wants to throw the ball. Goes over the middle.
Oh, look out.
And the safety is going to pick it off. The pass intended for Duncan. It's a touchback. And the Highlanders give up possession on maybe our most promising drive of the night. Carter will start from their 20-yard line. Carter had 7 offensive possessions in the first half. Scored 6 offensive possessions. I'll get it right eventually.
I think they've got a full second group in now.
And on their sole possession so far in the third quarter, they had a touchdown. So 8 touchdowns now for Carter.
What we couldn't get to a while ago was Elijah Fletcher was number 11 playing one tight end, and then we had Colton Newport playing the other tight end on offense.
And those two, along with Clayton Carroll and somebody else, make up the linebackers defensively for the Highlanders. Now,
good
play, Landon Griffin.
Yeah.
Fought around the outside edge block, going in to make the tackle on Cash Alton on the Highlander defensive front. You've got Newport and Zane Lau. The defensive nose tackle, Jace Clowett. I'll try to set the corners and safeties after this. The handoff, and the Highlanders again. Looks like the ball might be down. Everybody's calling ball.
I didn't see anybody running or any official running and throw the beanbag, though.
Here's a Highlander ball. The fumble by Carter. First time that they've had a possession that ended without a touchdown. The Highlanders also start from the Carter 15-yard line, which is by far our best starting field position.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 Highlanders.
9:15 to go, and the clock's counting.
Luke Bolin and Hugo Henry will be the receivers to the left. Splitting wide right will be Dawson Spradlin, and Ryland is the slot inside of him. Ryland Griffith, that is. Now, 3 wide out, look right. Strunk rolls to the right.
Oh,
tries to get the ball to Henry, thrown behind him. It's an incomplete pass, bringing up 2nd down. Adrian Stanley will have to take this next play off as his helmet got popped off.
It's twice in a row.
2nd down, 10.
The headgear?
Yep. Well, this one too, because they've been at it all night long.
Okay.
Both of them look like they had their gear took off.
Well, I know Adrian will go over and put it back on. This guy hasn't yet, so.
Trips right. That's the field side next to the Highlander sideline over there. Bolin is the receiver to the left. The snap, the handoff, Whaley steps inside the tackle, caught by the ankles at the 10-yard line, or just short of the 10-yard line. 3rd down, and about 5 for the Highlanders, a long 5 for the Highlanders. Clock running in the 4th quarter, 7 minutes, 50 seconds remaining.
It's 3rd and 7.
Griffin and Spradlin to the right side. To the left side, the slot receiver will be Henry, the outside receiver, Bolin. Brady with the cadence. Did he draw him off?
Yeah.
Yes, flags fly. Violation of the neutral zone by Carter. That will take us very close to a first down.
We'll be about a half-yard away from the first down. And that's going to have us, what?
3rd and a short 1.
On the 6-yard line. Clock's running, coming up on 7 minutes in the ball game. Ethan Anderson's going to be in the backfield. Oh, we're going in with Ogre set.
Yeah, Landon Crabtree, the deep back, who usually carries the ball in this set. The Highlanders shift, the lineman pull. It's going to be a false start by the Highlanders. So we gain 5, we lose 5. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 to go for the Highlanders. Once again, the Highlanders at home next Friday night for football homecoming 2022, taking on Pigeon Forge. Game time is at 7:30.
And we need to mention Dakota Strunk is going to be the 2nd large back in there beside Ethan. And we may see the little pull in the pass out of this.
We still send that heavy over. We shift a little bit to the right.
Yep.
Strunk rolls
Get
out
out
with the
there,
ball,
get out
looks
there,
for the
get out
receiver
there.
in the end zone. Yes,
Yeah,
it's caught by
Elijah.
Elijah Fletcher.
Yeah.
Elijah Fletcher.
That will cover 11 yards. Number 11 for an 11-yard touchdown pass.
6:05 to go in the ball game. Scott will get their point after kick crew on the field. We're a lot slower than what Carter is when they get set up for the point after kicks. Hugo Henry will be kicking the ball, and no. We're going for two. Going for two. Oh.
Strunk wants to throw the ball as he rolls out to the right side, looking into the end zone. Nobody there. Caught from behind, and nope, they give him credit.
Did they?
The side judge does. So
Got the
Strunk
ball
on
in.
the 2-point conversion now makes it Carter 56, Highlanders 8. Let's step aside. We'll have this break from a sponsor. We'll be back with the Highlander kick right after this message.
My name is Wayne King. I'm owner-operator of Baby J's Pizza. We've been in business since 2017, and we think we have the best pizza in town. We have our regular hand-tossed pizzas. We have thin crust. We have thin crust cauliflower. We also offer vegan. We also offer dairy-free, gluten-free. We have low-carb, no-carb. We have a wide variety because we want to serve the best customer base possible and give everybody the opportunity to experience a good pizza.
You made her go up on top of the trailer house.
Welcome back to Highlander football. And for the first time tonight, I think I can say that, I guess the opening kick of the night, the Highlanders kicked off to Carter. This is the second time that we're kicking off tonight.
Kicking deep.
Line drive up the middle of the field. Bounce picked up at about the 15-yard line.
Trap
trying to
him
find
up.
some running room.
Good
the
hit.
Highlanders
Flag.
let him get out of a
Way
tackle,
too
and we
flags.
finally managed to wrap him up over at the Highlanders sideline near the 35-yard line.
I don't know what the penalty was, but I got a feeling that Luke Boland was the one it was committed against.
It will be for Carter, first down. It's a block to the back on the return. Marched off somewhere near the Carter 29-yard line. Should take it half the distance of the goal. Well, only a 10-yard mark off. Back to the 19-yard line. Carter, first and 10.
From the, I guess I'll call it 19.
New quarterback on the field for the Hornets. Snap, he might have moved.
He's throwing deep.
Throwing deep up the right side, turning around, couldn't pull it in. That quarterback for Carter, number 8, is Jody Scruggs.
Just throwing a fade right there, and that ball was pretty much on the target. The receiver got a little turned around.
But that's a pass route that Carter likes to run.
Oh, yeah.
Several times during the course of a game. Now Carter with two receivers each side. Scruggs, number 8, the quarterback. He has one running back in the backfield with him. Scruggs will keep it himself.
Yep,
tries to cut back, and the tackle by Clayton Carroll.
Pickup of about 2 on that.
Third down for Carter, 3rd and 8.
It'd be nice to see if they have a punter, right?
Yeah, Carter goes trips left. One receiver back to their sideline. Scruggs, this snap, little swing pass to the back out of the backfield. We missed the tackle and finally bring him down about 9, maybe 8 yards after.
Had him positioned for a good hit for a loss.
First
Didn't
down
happen.
for Carter.
The game is good for a Rusty Wallace scored. First down, Hornets.
I won't say a lot about the Highlander tackling tonight. It's the fact we've not been able to catch up to them.
Yeah.
In my mind, on their pass routes. little shovel pass inside, trying to reverse, turns to the back left corner, has some running room out near the first down, and the Highlander shirts are going to knock him out of bounds. I'd say he's got a first down. Well, he won a spotted at the 38-yard line.
It's going to be a yard short.
2nd and 1 for the Hornets. 3 minutes now left in this region football contest that Carter absolutely, I want to say this, they dominated. They won the game on the scoreboard in the first quarter. Comes a Highlander linebacker stepping inside. Scruggs pulls it down, stepped out of a tackle, still running against 2 or 3 defenders.
Tackle. That was interesting. I like that. Who did that? 16. That's our man from
Zane
Bull
Lau.
Creek.
Yep. And actually, he's got a little sign in the back window of his truck that says Bull Creek. I mean, that's where he lives at. So, I mean, but he also carries that moniker as a nickname. Scruggs with a first down. Moves the back to his left. Scruggs rolls right, quick pass, a little soft button hook at about the 45, and it's going to be a false start. Carter.
Got a little, yeah, he just come out the 5-yard settling, just a little hash hook right there.
Less than 2 minutes left in the game. Stay tuned for our Highlander post game. We'll recap the scoring. We'll have our final stats. Ben goes sort of around the area at some scores. I'll get a listen to him this time, and you'll visit with the coaches. And that pass off the head of the intended receiver. 2 Highlanders there trying to make the INT, but it did go off the head of Brody Martin.
Guys, since this clock is getting away from us really quickly, I got to mention this for the game ends, going back to the Norma High School deal. I'm going to throw a name at you, and you're going to say, I can't believe I didn't remember that. I got an excuse because I wasn't born yet. I'll get to it after this play.
Thank you.
2nd down by Carter. Shuffle pass left. Looks for running room. Fletcher will make the tackle. Go ahead, Ben.
So Coach Doug Lloyd says, and you know, Doug has been around high school football in Scott County just about as long as anybody except HL. And he says that the coach at Norma was Ted Williams, and they shut their program down in 1977, and Coach Williams went to Scott High at that point, coach with Coach Jack Diggs.
Oh, that would have been a middle school
Carried
team
by
then.
Scruggs.
Would have been middle school.
Scruggs taken out of bounds at the Highlander 45-yard line, and Carter maybe will have to run another play here.
Yeah, 1977. That had been middle school.
Well,
because we'd consolidated in 1970-71, the first school year. Quick pass out on the edge, and the Highlanders make the tackle. That will be the final play of the game as the Carter Hornets on their home field tonight beat up on our Highlanders. The final score will be 56-8.
Sorry, Doug. I tried to give you credit.
Well, I mean,
we're not disputing the fact that they had a football team. It's the years don't match.
Ramman understands that, brother.
Okay, there you go. Can't get confused on something like that. But Carter, I've got to say it just to be honest, looked impressive in the way that they played tonight.
Yeah, they did.
They exploited matchup problems with the Highlanders that the Highlanders couldn't stop, and they were able to build that good first quarter lead, 21-0. They expanded that 49-0 by halftime, and they win the game 58-6. So Carter
like
playing
a
good game.
well-oiled machine. I mean, they didn't skip it, not one beat.
Well, they surely did not skip one beat. That is for certain.
We're still alive. We are, aren't we? Okay, I'll say something then. As the teams walk off the field, I think maybe one of the assistants might try to get up here, but now I'm not sure. We know that Coach Harris won't make little trip. He's got such bad knees that he can barely, and I'm sure he's got to be dreading that walk back up. They had to dress in the dressing room up in the middle school. And how far do you think that is, Ben? Somewhere a couple tenths of a mile or so?
It looks like half a mile to me.
It's a long way.
It's quite a hike up there.
And it's uphill going back that way.
Yep. It certainly is. Of course, always our thanks to the coaches for the time that they give us and everything. So, yes, sir. We have reached the end of the game. Carter wins 56-8 over our Highlanders. Let's step aside. Let's take this extended break. When we come back after these messages, we'll get into our Highlander postgame where we will have scoring recap, statistical recap, and more during our Highlander postgame.
Keith Markham from Markham's Furniture and Appliances.
I'd like to invite you to come shop with us at Markham's Furniture and Appliance. Been in business since 1949, locally owned, family owned. We offer the largest selection of furniture and appliances in Scott County. We offer the same-day delivery. Financing is available with a finance company. If you don't see what you like, we're always glad to special order it. Appliances we can normally have within a week. Furniture normally would take about 4 to 5 weeks if we special order it. Thank you.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs. To show how scary that is, we made metal monsters. With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled. And music that would have made your heart race. But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail slate.
Located at 205 East 3rd Avenue in Oneida, Mark's Family Pharmacy is open 6 days a week with a drive-through window for your convenience. But we're more than just a pharmacy. Check us out for gift ideas like plush animals, Candleberry Company candles and fragrances, designer earrings, caps, toys, and more. There's something for everyone at Mark's Family Pharmacy. Open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools, we got it. Paint and cleaning supplies, we got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care, we got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
Welcome back to our Highlander postgame wrap-up. The home team Carter Hornets outscoring our Highlanders tonight. They built a superior lead at halftime, 49-0. Each team with touchdowns in the second half. Carter in the third quarter, Highlanders in the fourth quarter. Let's recap the scoring summary. We start way back with 9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter as Chandler Wilson carries the ball for a 5-yard score. Gavin Thomas kicked the point after kick. Carter leading 7-0. The next score at 6:57 to go after Carter got the ball back from the Highlanders. This time, their quarterback Chandler Wilson tosses a 38-yard scoring pass to Caleb Harper. A Gavin Thomas point after kick, also again good, 14-0 in favor of Carter. And with 55 seconds left in the first quarter, Isaiah Webb a 1-yard run for the Hornets. Thomas again a point after kick. It's 21-0. Carter at the end of the first quarter. We move into the second quarter. First possession by Carter in the second quarter. Brady Blankenship scores on a 5-yard run. Thomas point after kick made it 28-0. Also in the second quarter, Wilson tosses another touchdown pass. This one covering 32 yards to Spencer Russell. And the Gavin Thomas point after, also good, 35-0 for Carter at that point. With a little more than 8 minutes remaining in the first half, Cash Alton, a fumble recovery by the Highlanders, picked up by Cash Alton for Carter, carried it 27 yards for the defensive score. It's 42-0 after the extra point kick, and then still with a little time left in the first half, Spencer Russell a 26-yard scoring run, and Gavin Thomas converts the point after kick. That makes it 49-0 at halftime in favor of the home team Carter Hornets. In the third quarter, there was only one score, that by Carter. Again, Chandler Wilson, he tosses a 62-yard touchdown pass to Gabriel Dennis up the Carter sideline. Dennis broke that first tackle, and it was clear sailing for him with his speed. Thomas point after made it 56-0, and the Highlanders get on the scoreboard 6:05 remaining in the game as Brady Strunk tosses an 11-yard pass to Elijah Fletcher, and the Strunk two-point run was good, making it 56-8, and that's the way that the score ended tonight with Carter. A huge win, 56-8 for the Highlanders. That will take our overall season record to no wins against 4 losses for Carter. That will make them 2 wins in a row. They are 2 wins versus 3 losses. So the Highlanders 0-4, going home next week to take on Pigeon Forge in our 2022 football homecoming 1 week from tonight. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, if Woody's got our stats, we'll get to that when we return to more of our Highlander postgame.
Hi, I'm Michael Laxton, President and CEO of United Cumberland Bank. At UCB, we know that being involved in the community is really important, and the Chamber is just one of the ways that we do that. We do outreach through the schools. Specifically, we love local sports programs, helped out with several playgrounds across our markets. Any way we can help in the community and get involved. We try to be involved in all of our communities and markets. Our customers are our neighbors too. As a community bank, we want to be part of the community.
Located at 205 East 3rd Avenue in Oneida, Mark's Family Pharmacy is open 6 days a week with a drive-through window for your convenience. But we're more than just a pharmacy. Check us out for gift ideas like plush animals, Candleberry Company candles and fragrances, designer earrings, caps, toys, and more. There's something for everyone at Mark's Family Pharmacy. Open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razax on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razax, country cooking and great steaks.
My name is Wayne King. I'm owner-operator of Baby J's Pizza. We've been in business since 2017, and we think we have the best pizza in town. We have our regular hand-tossed pizzas. We have thin crust. We have thin crust cauliflower. We also offer vegan. We also offer dairy-free, gluten-free. We have low-carb, no-carb. We have a wide variety because we want to serve the best customer base possible and give everybody the opportunity to experience a good pizza.
Welcome back to our Highlander postgame wrap-up. Carter with a very solid 56-8 victory over our Highlanders at Carter High School tonight. Let's look at our certain players of the game right here. Our First National Bank player of the game is linebacker and offensive lineman Clayton Carroll. Clayton, I think, led the team last week in tackles, and maybe before that at South Doyle. He's having a good senior season. And our Trophy Masters lineman of the game, he'll receive a T-shirt, is Jace Clowood. And we thank Tony Duncan and Jeannie at Trophy Masters for participating, being a sponsor of our Trophy Masters lineman of the game. And once again, that's Jace Clowood and Clayton Carroll, our First National Bank player of the game. Highlanders at home next week against Pigeon Forge, so we look forward to that homecoming matchup there. Woody, we look to your side of the table, and we'll see what kind of numbers you've got there for us into the game statistic.
For Carter, Russell had 2 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. Wilson had 4 carries for 10 yards and a touchdown. Blankenship had one carry for 5 yards and a touchdown. Morgan had 1 for -1. Struggins had 3 for 22. They rushed the ball 11 times, 70 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Here
Wilson,
comes the throwing part.
Wilson was 23 out of 24. For 5 touchdowns, 330 yards. Struggins was 5 for 7 for another 15 yards. So both of them was 28 of 31, 5 touchdowns, 345 yards. Total offense of 415. For the Highlanders, Brady Strunk had 8 carries for 6 yards. Alden Whaley had 11 carries for 68 yards. Ethan Anderson had 2 carries for 17 yards. Luke Bowling had 7 carries for 20 yards. We rushed the ball 28 times, 111 yards. Brady was 6 for 12, 1 interception, 1 touchdown, 39 yards, total offense of 150. Griffin had 4 for 12, Mace had 1 for 16, and Fletcher had 1 for 11 and the touchdown.
You know, guys, I'm going to remind you, just 2 weeks ago when we were down in South Doyle, we put up 420-plus yards of total offense that night, and last week at home against Austin East, we struggled. Less than half of that at 194 yards of offense, and tonight 150. So I give credit to those teams, Austin East and of course, South Doyle and tonight Carter. They came out. Their plan worked. They were able to put up the touchdown scores. We were not, and we're still struggling with moving the ball.
We are, and I'm going to say one thing about Carter's defense. This is the fastest defense that we played this year. They had one big guy on the nose. They had a couple of smaller guys outside, and all the linebackers they had were what most of the time you'd look for is cornerbacks. I mean, they were all really quick, and those safeties came up real hard and made hits too. And we had trouble defensively tonight. We were still having some trouble making tackles, but on offense we just weren't able to catch them to block them.
We had 3 plays. I'll put this in. We had 3 plays. If we hadn't had them 3 plays, we'd have had about 70 yards of offense.
Yeah. And, you know, Ethan Anderson, he got one of the bigger plays we had tonight on
2 of them.
2 of them on fourth downs on fake punts. I mean, he done great. The last ones, he carried the kids 4 or 5 yards down through there for that one.
I don't know if you'd call those fake punts. I think you'd call those run for your life punts. So,
I don't want to spoil my punting average by having it blocked, so let's run with the ball.
And, you know, that was a great, quick decision he made because both times it was just basically one guy, but he was coming right up the middle, right at his kicking leg.
Hey, Ben, over to your side of the table. Comments on the game, and then if you want to look at scoring and anything else, proceed and progress.
I'm hungry. Have I told you guys that? Listen, that's what's on my mind. Man, Carter, I don't know. I'm going to go back to what you guys said. Didn't expect this. I expected Carter to win the game. I'll say that. I expected Carter to win, but I didn't expect them to dominate the way that they dominated because, you know, let's face it, they could have named their score tonight, really.
Yeah.
And, you know, Scott High did some things. There were some flashes here and there, I think, but overall Carter's just a tough football team. And, you know, this is the first one in what is a really tough – well, the second one, I guess, and what is a really tough region.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, I'm going to go back to what I said a minute ago. Probably most importantly to me tonight is how they seem so easily to defeat our blocks.
Well, once again, it's that quickness on the first step. You know, if you can do that, you can have an offensive lineman already rocked on his heels.
And when you're doing it in numbers, you can have one guy doing it, you can avoid him. But when you're doing it in numbers, you dodge him and you run right into somebody's arms or into their headgear, you know.
I think Carter maybe exploited the speed difference between us versus them more than anybody else has this year. And that's saying something because South Dole was a really fast team and Austin East was a fast team. I don't know if I would have thought that we would have seen a faster team than Austin East.
They had bigger guys on their front 4 or 5, and then they always had at least one big linebacker. Everybody was smooth moving tonight on the Carter defense.
Very true. I mean, their defense gives them a lot more opportunities, offensive opportunities, by being able to slow you down, hold the other team, force the punts. And if you can do that, I mean, statistically speaking, you know, if you have a whole bunch more possessions than the other team does, I mean, you might possibly be able just, and good possessions, I mean, might be able and should be expected to win most of those contests. Ben, any scores of interest that you saw there at last?
Well, I can give you some region scores real quickly.
Yeah.
That would be.
Those are the ones that matter, right?
Yeah.
These are halftime scores. Anderson County's up on South Dole 21-0. Fulton's up on Gibbs 35-21. And I'll throw this score out there too, just because this is the other game that we've got live tonight, and you can flip over when we're done and catch the second half on our Independent Herald Facebook, on IH Sports Facebook page or on YouTube. York is up on Oneida 28-0 at the half.
Hey, how about our next week opponent? Are they
Pigeon
off
Forge?
tonight? Yeah, Pigeon Forge. Are they off tonight?
Pigeon Forge is playing, and real quickly, they are trailing Alcoa. And this was a close game early.
Yeah.
But at halftime, Alcoa started to pull away with that one, 46-14.
Okay.
I'm familiar with that top score.
Mhm.
But, guys, any final thoughts? Otherwise, we're going to clear out here from Carter tonight.
Well, it was, I hate to use the word disappointing, but I guess I didn't expect anyway that they would pile up on us so fast, time after time, and didn't seem like our kids really let down or quit any. I saw them down there at halftime. They were all taking coaching pretty well. It just, hopefully this is going to be a learning experience and it won't be repeated.
I agree with that. Woody?
That's good. I mean, it's there. I want to thank the crowd for coming. I always do try to do that because we had a good crowd.
Yeah, we did.
Homecoming next weekend. Still support these kids. You still see them, gang. It don't matter how bad or whatever. Still tell them they do a great job, and the coaches, they do too, because they do a great job. We're shorthanded, but them coaches gives everything they've got, and these kids gives everything they got. So, thank them if you see them, and everybody pile out there next week for homecoming, and let's get behind these
There's
kids.
going to be some other events next week. I don't know, maybe keep you on social media or whatever, but I think there's going to be a big bonfire special
rally
event
and bonfire on
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yep.
And that should be, they're getting a band back together. That's all I'm going to say. And come on out and watch that stuff at 8 o'clock, I believe.
Wednesday at 8 o'clock?
I think, yeah.
Oh, that's dark. Yep. Yeah, I'm usually home at that time.
I've heard they're going to have a concession stand open, so it should be an entertaining afternoon.
Yes,
or
indeed.
evening.
Yes, indeed, it should. That's it for our coverage of Highlander football tonight from Carter High School. The home team Hornets defeat our Highlanders 56-8. I want to thank all our guys, Woody, H, Ben, especially Greg, and myself, Rick Keaton. I wish I could say it's been a pleasure bringing you Highlander football tonight. It truly has been a pleasure. The outcome is what we don't enjoy so much there. So we'll see you 1 week from tonight, Friday night at Highlander Field, as the Highlanders in a homecoming matchup take on Pigeon Forge. Game time, 7:30. That's it. Thanks for tuning in to the IH Sports Network.